Alrighty, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How is everybody doing? It's another fabulous weekend. We're back. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you've had a grand and fantastic week because you deserve one. And in case you missed the memo that went out on YouTube earlier, you're all good dogs. You're all very good dogs. And you'll find out what that's all about in a few weeks' time. You'll just have to wait and see. All right, how's everyone doing? I think Alice Deister was first in today. G'day everyone, indeed. G'day. How you doing? Did you know that you can type on the keyboard? You can write anything. Oh, you'll be surprised. You can write more than just anything. There's a handful of other words that you're able to write using the keyboard. It's quite a magical thing, really, when you think about it. Anything is just the tip of the iceberg. The question is, things should you write and which things should never be written? As long as we don't start getting any weird Cthulhu stuff in here, I think we're going to be okay. Tonica, welcome. How you doing? Fyuk, welcome back. Good afternoon from Canada. Hope you're all well. Hope you're having a lovely day, mate. Mediate, hello indeed. Guy does things, welcome. Richard, thank you for the reminders on the bathroom breaks. Grab some drinks, grab some snacks and settle in because we're about to play some weird and wonderful games and also give away some prizes to people, which is good fun. Who else I see? John Leonard, welcome back. Solly Kissin, hello. Gonna make themselves some food real quick. Perfect timing. Alice Deister, you ignore the bingo stuff because you don't care, but good for those who do. The bingo is just an extra fun little thing for people to play that really want to just participate a little bit more. And yes, that is a cat cam. She is alive, I swear. Hello. Scritches! Every good kitty likes scritches. Yes, live cat cam. Got some treats to give her later on if we want to as well. If we think she deserves it. But let's face it, every cat deserves some treats. Alice, is everyone like a member or something? Oh, thank you for reminding me, actually. It's a new month and that means we can give away some memberships, which is always good fun. What's the easiest way to do that without accidentally doubling the audio on stream? Not like that. Let's try that again. I just get to do this. Every month from YouTube, we're able to give away 10 memberships, which are given out completely at random. I don't get to choose, but yeah, why not? Let's give them away and see who is going to be lucky. There it is, membership gifting. Let's send 5. Let's see who gets something. It could be you. It also might not be you. Statistically, might not be you, unfortunately. Let's see. Oh, well, there we go. Did go at least one person in the chat. John Leonard, congrats on the gifted membership. Go enjoy it. Go suggest. If you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord. Submit some games for these streams. You're here often enough. Now you can submit some games as well. But also shout out to Joshua McMillan, Paxter, your local Corvid. I've definitely seen that person around. I just remember commenting on the fact that they were yet another member of the avian species that we've got hanging out in our community. And Crazy Crash as well. Oh, damn, Des, welcome. You're right. There is a new mod badge. Lighter color as well. They're always changing things, but never explaining why. Alice, sorry you missed out on there. There'll be more given away in the next one of these streams, so you never know. You might get one next time. Alright, I think we're good to actually get kick-started on things. We'll just make sure everything on Twitch is looking good. Yep, we're through the first round of ads. I think we're good to go. So, let's get into it. Fuchs, so wait, do I just need to get one bingo card for the whole stream? No, we just need to get one to start with, and we'll change it up as we go along. It'll be good. It's all fine by you. Hey, Alice, it's all luck of the draw. You might get one next time, you never know. At the end of the day, you were talking about participating in the bingo or not. Like, it's completely up to you what you want to do, but a reminder that if you do play along with the bingo and you win, there's a chance of getting some free stuff, which is what we're actually going to be doing to kick off today's stream. So, what we need to do... Oh, Fyuk, thank you very much for the gifted membership, and congrats to Jakin Seng 2164. That's very kind of you, Fyuk. You're an absolute legend. What we're about to do is actually do the prize draw for the month. So, what's going to happen is that the tip jar is about to pop up on screen, and then based on the number of bits and things or icons or whatever you want to call them, badges that fall into the tip jar, that's the number of prizes that we're going to give away, and each is going to be increasing in price. So we are going to be starting with a 5, then a 10, then a 25, then a 50, all the way up to a $100 gift card for Steam. So some people are about to win some money, and that's always good fun. I love being able to give a little bit back. Reminder as well, if you do win a prize and we're not already friends on Steam, please send me a Steam friend request and let me know who you are over on the Discord in case it's a different username if I don't recognize you. The way Steam works is there's a 3-day cooling off period before any kind of gift card can be sent. So sooner the better for that kind of stuff. All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna need you guys to hold me accountable. So when this tip jar appears on screen, double check the math and make sure that we're actually counting how many land in here. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it always lags a little bit behind. That was anticlimactic. There's the tip jar. All right, let's see how many fall in. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. I count. Oh my God, that's 5. That is a first. We actually got all 5 in there. Okay, let's do it. We're going to give away 5 prizes. Which means there could be a few people that win multiple prizes here, and that's always good fun. Holy heck. Yep, 5 in it. That's right, Alice. I always remember the first time I saw that, I was like, oh God, is it different on my end to everyone else's end? Like, is it generated client side or on the back end? Turns out it is actually generated on the back end. Everyone sees the same thing. All right, let's jump to here then, because these are the winners from over the course of the last month. So we have, in the lead was Maple Treeway with 7 entries, or 7 bingo points we call them, followed by Jazzy Caddy with 4, Matey8 with 2, Hydrolidsney with 2, Solokissin with 2, Sky with 1, and Gust with 1. And the way it will work is we'll spin the wheel, and it's going to go up in value starting from the $5 gift card. And every time they win, their one entry gets removed. Is that Joe Bamarama or Job Amarama? I don't know, but welcome. Nice work on Steam Sequence, Graeldon. Binged it all in like 3 days. I mean, on the one hand, I love that you binged it all in 3 days. On the other hand, I feel so ashamed that after 3 years of making content, it can still all be binged in 3 days. That's so disappointing. All right, let's see who's going to be winning the first prize today, shall we? So this is for the $5 gift card. This one is going to be going to... Ooh, no surprises. They got the most entries. It's going to Maple Treeway for the first one. Congratulations, Maple. Good start. All right, so we're going to remove 1 entry from there. Second spin. This is now for $10. Or is it still going to be theirs? It was nearly Matey8, but not quite. Maple Treeway taking back-to-back. So they've got both a 5 and a 10. And this one is now for the $25. Ooh, shaking things up a little bit. This one is going to Jazzy Caddy. Congrats, Jazzy. There we go. Those 4 entries did the heavy lifting for you. 1 less on the board now. So this one is now for $50. Let's see who our lucky winner is going to be. Ooh, it scoots straight past Maple Treeway. Sorry, bud. That one is going to Matey8. There we go. And now the big one. We've had a few names cleared off the board, so it's a little more even, but Maple Treeway still has the best odds here with 5 entries on the board, followed by Jazzy Caddy with 3. Let's see. $100 is going to be going to someone. And there it is going to Maple Treeway. Congratulations, Maple. Taking home 3 of the 5 prizes today. That's actually one heck of an effort. This is why it pays to play bingo. There we go. All right, so all of those will be sent out after the stream today, so keep an eye out on your Steam inbox. Maple, just because you're the one I'm not 100% sure of, please make sure that we've got your friend request over on Steam so we can get that organized for you. Alrighty, congratulations to all the winners. Let's go ahead and get into some gameplay. I was going to say we need to spin to play the first game, but actually, we don't. we actually voted to continue the same game from the stream last time, which was Justice Sucks Tactical Vacuum Action. So let's get into it, because it's not very often that you guys decide that you want to see more of a game, and this was one that caught your attention. No, Alice, I think bambling was funnier than gambling, I'm going to be honest. Maple, very good first month of bingo, you think? Absolutely, that's a good first month of bingo. You should be proud of that. Not every day it comes out like that. All right. So for those that weren't here at the end of last stream, this game is a little bit XCOM, a little bit Hitman, 100% vacuum cleaner, and about 50% Katamari Damacy vibes. It's all over the place. It's wild. But it's kind of the game that you have to see in action to really understand it.
At Fuchs Card Expo donated $2 Canadian to the war funds.
There we
so
go.
No bingo for first game?
No. Unfortunately, sorry, Fuchs. I did mess that up in the intro. We are not starting with bingo because we've already played it for this game at the end of last stream. So this particular game, we'll not be doing any bingo for because we've already done it, but we will be doing bingo for the next round onwards. We also have Dusty Crow, who's going to be lurking in the background, helping out with the bingo for today's stream. So shout out Dusk. Thank you very much for helping out today. Yes, this one is published by Tiny Build Games, I believe, but developed by Samurai Punk, who an Australian group. This actually comes out of Melbourne in Australia, so it's always nice seeing some Aussie humor come into it. Kiwi Lover, perfect timing as well. How you doing, mate? Let's jump back in, because this game surprised me with its level of polish and definitely deserves more attention. Unfortunately, I think I saw very briefly when we were looking into the developers at the end of last stream that I think the developers might no longer be a company. I think they may have run out of funding. So if that's the case, that is very unfortunate, but we can still at least point people towards a good game that's worth a bit more time. So we're going to put 30 minutes back on the clock. I'll try and explain things as we go, but it's pretty straightforward. We're a vacuum cleaner who is going to be murdering people that deserve to be murdered. But also, the soundtrack is incredible. Just embrace this for a moment. Family Corp welcomes you. I might have to turn the sound up a little bit for you guys. Hang on. Bump that up a little bit there. All right. Yes, we are a somewhat sentient robot. Look at it. We're so cute. We're also very good at cleaning up messes of all shapes and sizes. Ooh, absolutely annihilated. What kind of caliber bullet do you need to make that happen? Well, these guys mean business. Where did he come from? I love how, like, part of it is slapstick humor, but then they go really above and beyond with some of these fight sequences and just sometimes absolutely brutalizing people. Alright. Just jumping onto the boat out of nowhere. There was definitely nothing there. Timer isn't running. You're right. It's not. Why is it not? Numlock. That was my problem. Alright. Rescue mission. Find your family. Take them to the rescue helicopter. Well, this is new. Also, why is my controller not working? There we go. Oh, good. Alright. Let's see if I can remember how to play this game. So, we can go into a hacking mode, which lets us see everything that can be interacted with. And we can also ping things to move them into specific areas. So for example, I can ping that and he'll move across, and then I can activate it to make it fall on his head. So that's fun. Unfortunately, he's not in the right spot for me to be able to get him with anything else right now. Oh, that's how that works. I can save my family by sucking them up. Okay. Didn't think that was going to be a thing. Let's bring you over this way. You can see they're pathing there. And I should be able to get him with that and that. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Nice. And then we will need to just start all of that up. And that fills up our blood meter, which we can use for extra special attacks. Because, you know, that's a thing that we need. Ooh, okay, he heard something. Coming in all the way into here to check it out? No, he's just going to stop over there. Okay, well, how about we set that off, and that'll zap him. And I think... Oh, shoot. That was wrong button. Quick, hide. Ping that. Go walk towards that. It'll be fun. I promise. Bonk and bonk. Yep. Nice. Oh, he's not close enough. Oh, I can get him with that. Ooh, it spins. That's new. That missed. Alright, it was too low to the ground. How do I... Oh, that's stealth mode. Okay, I forgot I had that. There's... Ah, there it is. It's right trigger to shoot things, and that does a little bit of extra damage. Come on, die. Thank you. And we gobble him up. Perfect. I'm just a hungry little guy. Don't mind me. I'm cute. Promise. Ooh. Hello, knife. I will take that. Look how threatening I am. You don't want to mess with me. You might think that I'm cute, and I am, but I'm also murderous. Hello. Oh, shoot. It's time to go. I can't sprint. Let's just do that. And use the chaos to run over here. Oh, you can... Okay, that's hilarious. Like, I'll save you, but I will also throw you at the enemy. I am merciless. Tasty. I'm sorry that you witnessed that, Father. That's right, it's A to dash. Oh, that makes us drop our guy. Okay, okay. We are learning. Look, I did see there was at least one more guy down there. I want to say there was a way to open a map, but I don't remember what button it was. Experiment. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's that one! There we go. Okay, there's only 5 or 6 more bad guys. I'm sure we can manage. Come here. Here we go. Ultra Kill Vacation Edition? You absolutely could be onto something with that. Oh, sorry, Alice, I didn't see you. Go have a good sleep. Thank you for hanging out even just for the start of the stream. I appreciate it. That robot's not as good as our one. Alright. Well, if you're going to be wandering around there, how about you just enjoy some fire? And maybe some of that. Anything else I can get you with? Hey, why don't you come over this way? Yeah, perfect. Zappy zappy time. Those ones all point in those directions. Oh, he's not quite dead. Shame. Ah, but he is coming up here. Yes, please do. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Yep, there we go. And gone. Cool. Now we've got our ability charged up. Nice. Let's just grab some extra projectiles. Now, what I learned from last time is that it's good to clean as you go. Because you do have to actually fully clean up at the end of all of this. So you can't see me. Why don't you come over here? Those things on the floor look absolutely harmless. They would never do anything. Oh, dang. They did do something. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It's also really unfortunate that they're on a short cooldown and they can be triggered more than once. Oh, man. That's so rough for you. But, I don't know, that little coffee station on the side also seems suspicious. You should go check that out. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Right there. Oh, thank you. I really needed to look at that. Well, guess we have to wait for another maintenance crew. Ooh, can I get that fish? I don't know why I want it. I just really want that fish. No, don't. Come. Stop picking up those things. The fish. Yes! And then you get an achievement for equipping a fish. Oh my god, that's why I love this game. It's so goofy in the best possible way. Oh, oh, you saw me. Ow! Okay. Okay. That's how we're playing? Why don't we do a bit of that? Didn't do that. You're not stunned, so you have to go check that out, huh? And yes, you can combo things with like electrocuting water and whatnot. Drop that. That'll help. Missed. No! What are you? No! Ah, I pressed the wrong button to dash. Dang it! You only get like 2 health. I messed that up. I apparently ran out of ammo. All right, let's try this again. We can do better. Ping that. Hit you with that, and oh, just missed him on that one. That should do it though. Okay, you're gone. I would be very curious to see like speed runs in this game. I think it would be pretty wild. Alright, we need to take care of the guy that's over here first. Actually, we could have had a clean run straight up here to drop the guy off. Where are the others? Right, well, why don't we ping that to bring people back in that direction? Yeah, there we go. Hit you with that, and that. Okay. Wow, that actually turned them into a solid block of ice. Okay. One down. Can't see me. Sneaky. Oh man. That poor guy just got toasted pretty badly. Alright, we've got a guy coming in this way. Where are you? Alright, well, while you're just hanging out there, let's just hit you with that. Oh, okay. Decided to go back. Yes, walk straight under that. Bonk! Perfect timing. You can get hit with that one. Fire off that as well. Oh, I can just drop down from there. Nice. Alright, well... Not quite. Go over there. Thank you. Now I can hit you with whatever this is that I picked up. Yeah! Strack, welcome! Hope the stream's going well. Just finished a Hades stream. Told everyone to come here, so hopefully bring a few people over. Ah, thank you! I hope your Hades stream went well. Hades is... well, I know it's a good game because everyone talks so highly about it, but I've not actually played it for myself yet. It is high on my wish list of games that I want to play. It's right up my alley in terms of that kind of like action roguelike style. But I just haven't had the time. I need to make time for it. Maybe that'll be a game that we finally get around to playing later this year. Play some Hades, maybe play some Silk Song. We've got a few options. Alright, come on. Drop you off there. I don't even know why you're out here on the boat. I know that the family that owns me is rich, but didn't think they'd be hanging out here of all places. Broccoli Thoughts, you're one of the new people. Welcome, welcome. Hades 2 is awesome if you get the chance to play it. I'm sure I'll get a chance eventually. It's just a question of when. And sometimes like the games that we play here are just voted on based on popularity. If enough people ask for it, I'll usually play it at some point. Alright, let's send you over towards the door, because these doors are great. Just... Ooh, oh, I'm so sorry. Let's, oh no, just stay down so those all missed. Ooh, well, we can still use that one. And then we'll just throw a thing at you and consume your body. Because I'm a helpful little robot, and you were making a mess. We need to get you gone. Alright, there's at least one more guy over there. What are our options here? We've got wall socket. Ooh, combined with urinals. Ooh, this guy is definitely gonna have a bad day. Let's bring him over towards this. We'll fire off that with that and that. Oh yeah, sucks to be you, buddy. Now, in theory, the people I'm trying to rescue probably should have died there as well, but they didn't, and we're gonna roll with it. All right, let's go. Taking you to safety because you apparently can't use your own 2 legs. Completely impossible for you to walk. There we go. I am a robot. I am an assassin. I am a transport system. I am your Uber driver. What can't this little guy do, honestly? Oh, nearly got spotted there. Let's bring you over this way. This looks like fun. Because we can then hit you with that, and with that. You're facing the wrong way. Man, you are possibly just going to burn to death. Yep. Bye. Now we've just got you left. What do we want to do? What are you standing next to? Bridge. Oh, okay. We can start with that. Just turn you into a solid block of ice. And throw some things at you. Seems fair. Alright. Ooh, it's another guy. Ooh, that was close. Alright. What can I get you with? Ah, missed. Alright. Go over towards the door, please. Just don't look under the table. I'm being very sneaky. Whoops, my finger slipped. It's all about that, my guy. I didn't even do anything and that guy just went flying. What happened to him? And if you just want to... Yeah, there we go. Whoop. Didn't see me. Need more ammunition. Give me ammo. Did it just slip on his own blood? Or was it what I threw at him? Because if he slipped on his own blood, that is equally hilarious. Oh my god. Neo accidentally clicked the Twitch link to get to here now. There's nothing wrong being over there. Twitch is just fine. Possibly slightly more ads on Twitch because, you know, they're greedy like that. But I'm sure it's fine. It's nothing to worry about. They're just ads. Seek, I have to wonder why... I have to wonder horse much it costs for this family's buy deluxe room that interface with every electrical item ever. Don't question those kind of things. These robots are a necessity. The whole plot of this was that there's an evil billionaire that's basically trying to sell home security devices, but also paying people to actively break into houses to justify the need for the security systems. It's a little on the nose. Ooh, okay. Powered up. Perk. It gives Dusty some blood at the start of each mission. Very useful. Mine drop. Drop a proximity mine that explodes when an enemy's in range. Okay. Huh. Sure. New abilities, more options, more ways to kill people. I like it. There we go. Yeah, Des, so many games to play, so little time. That is the never-ending problem. I just need this channel to grow to a point where I can quit my full-time job and then I can stream more often. Oh, is the game volume up a little high? Oh, apologies. Yes, let's put that down a little. Thank you, Strack. I had accidentally bumped that up to 100%. It was not supposed to be there. I think something went wrong when I tried to up it just a little bit earlier. That should be a better level now. Sorry about that. That should be better. In fact, we can probably go down just a little more. There we go. All right. What have we got going on here? So we have a few different game modes as well. We didn't see this last time. So invasion, elimination, delivery, cleaning, frenzy. Can I also just say how clean it is to have that little clap effect as you're moving through? Because with the music and the vibes of this game, if you move through at the right speed or just naturally, you would almost be mistaken for thinking that it was part of the music. That's pretty nice. It's good now? Thanks, Strack. Appreciate that. Des, remember to never grow your channel too much and then start playing Minecraft. Bad things happen to big Minecraft YouTubers. That is too real. Thankfully, I don't think we're going to have that problem. Okay, so I've got an A on that. Does this mean I have to do all of the others as well before I can move on to... Yes, okay, I have to get a higher power level. So you have to do enough missions in one level to then be able to move on to the next one. Okay. I can get behind that. Let's do Cleaning Frenzy. Slurp your way to victory by cleaning every inch of the level. Sure. We can't use any abilities, but we can use perks. Let's edit. Sure. Well, we've only got one other one that we can put on, so I guess that's it. Let's go. Hopefully it should be nice and quick. Video game, Justice sucks. Which I would say it doesn't. Slip your way to victory, clean every inch of the level. We can... Okay. Oh, I can't use any abilities. But we do get a banging soundtrack to go along with it. There we go. I think that's... Yeah, perfect. Oh, we get soap? What does this do? Ooh. Okay, that's going to make things easier. Oh, this poor guy just had to walk through a pile of gore. Very sorry about that. There we go. I know I've said this before, but the music in this is fan-freaking-tastic. There we go. That one's done. Let's refill soap on our way down to here. Perfect. Spotless. Where are we going now? Down here. Oh, got it in one. Got a speed boost. Go. Get out of my way. I am trying to clean. Oh, I should have gone the other way because then I can get the soap here and boop. Yeah. Oh my god. This dance floor is disgusting. What were you people doing over here? Perfect. All right. 2 more down there. Go. Oh god, get out of my way. Silly person. Why are you just standing in the pool of blood? Come on. Yeah. Last one. Nailed it. Oh, not quite an S+, but we got an S. We'll take it. You see what I mean, though? Like, this game is goofy in the best possible way. Hi, Drillitany, welcome. Sorry you're late. You were thinking about gay video game ships. I feel like you're probably not alone with that. There are many, many of them. Messy Eater. 8 enemies quicker and make a bigger mess. Okay. Risk reward. I like it. There's pros and cons. Alright, so that gave us one more. Let's do... Delivery? Complete deliveries to be a helpful vacuum? Nah. Invasion. Definitely invasion. So we have a tier 2 now, which is a mine drop. We'll put that on. And we can also do the bigger mess. Look, bigger mess is more blood. More blood for the blood gods. Every vacuum cleaner needs to make a weekly contribution to their blood gods. Alright. So, wave is incoming. Everything I need to protect is in the back left corner there. Okay, they're coming in from up there. How about you just stop right there for a second? Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Give me some ammunition. Start chipping away at them. Okay. Oh, yes, you're just in line for that. I need him to come over here. Come on. I duck around the corner. Oh, come on. I need to target that. Yeah. I think he's going to be just... Oh! That's so unfortunate, having a horse head fall on top of you. What a way to go. Okay, more enemies coming in this way. Ooh. Hello up there. This is for you. Enjoy. And then you can have that one as well. Gonna be a big enough range? Can't tell from here. That one's not. But there's two guys going down that way. I missed them. Shoot. This way. Glee. I think they actually got to the loot. Oh, okay. If I can let him come closer to the door, I can just slam that on him. Come on. There we go. Let's go over there. Yeah, check out that thing. I'm sure it's fine. That one as well. Did you go back there? That was silly. You should have known. There's all this fire everywhere here. Ooh, I'm so sorry to be throwing things at you. Come on. Need to put it back. Oh man, that's gruesome. Oh no, not worth it, not worth it. A little too slow on it. It's fine. Jeez, they're all coming in fast. Okay, you have that. Can I at least get down this way to... Yes, perfect. Slam the door on him. That'll help. He's got to go through the long way. Okay. Good lord, there's so many little things to micromanage here. To get this way a bit further so I can trigger that and the system above. Okay. Jeez, no, go away, go away, go away, go away, no, no, no. Have that. Come on, just a little bit closer to the door there. Yes, good, you're gone. And they're all over there having a bad time. Need some more things to throw, and we can actually use our ability here, which I don't remember how to trigger. That one, there we go. Got him. That'll do it. Ah, run away. I'm just a little guy. No. Don't mind me. Just eating all your friends. Ah! Can I? No. Oh, he's just a little bit in the way. Okay, we get round to here. And go. Yeah. Now eat. Eat, little robot. Wait, did a guy... He's getting... No, they're getting away. I didn't see them. Shoot. Ah, what can we do? Alright, knock you over. I need to go get the other one from up here, I think. Ah, he got away. We lost one. Dang. Alright. I'll just pick up a chair and then immediately throw it back at you. Ah, close. Alright, and now we clean up the mess. Quickly. I think there's, yeah, a lot more mess back up here. It's fine. Even at this stage, it's a cleaning grade of S. We'll take it. There we go. Okay. Don't mind the fact that I'm just like scattering things everywhere. It's just the blood that we're concerned with. Go. After all, it's all that our blood god wants. Right, that's the worst of it. At 99.2%. If you turn that in, that's like an A+ on a report card. Only inconveniences a few people. There we go. Good enough. Am I a killer Roomba? You're damn right I'm a killer Roomba. Why did the "You're Not Alone" sound like one of those posters, but instead of being about depression, it's about thinking of shipping? Honestly, why not both? if we need to raise awareness about things like depression, anxiety, and other, you know, mental health things, why wouldn't we also need to raise awareness about gay ships of video game characters? Like, it's something that everyone should be more aware of in their day-to-day life. Like, you should be mindful and always on the lookout for gay ships. I think I spotted one on B3. More like an aggressive watchdog. Fido, you're absolutely right. It is a bit of both. It's overly protective, and honestly, the way that they've put the animations of like the eyes and things on it, it just gives it so much character that it's actually kind of incredible. It's like the little toy robots that you can buy, and all of the expressiveness just comes from like a little LCD screen.
Joined the crusade. Resub.
Thank you, Des. Appreciate it. Switcheroo. Swap places. Oh, that's very powerful. Julian, you're right. It reminded me of Ware Cleaner as well. I've not played it, but I have seen some gameplay of Ware Cleaner. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's similar kind of vibes. This is probably slightly more goofy. Yeah, this is the CEO. Looks like he's taken our family hostage, which is wild.
At Fuchs Card Expo donated $2 Canadian to the war funds. As sexual representation is lacking, and that's sad.
I agree. Fiuk, you're right. We need to be thinking not just about the gay ships, but we need to be thinking about all of the, I'm sorry, what? Now, who ships this guy with the Roomba? Oh my, what? No! My father! I mean, not my actual father, because I'm a Roomba, but my owner. Ah, he just got brutalized. This game is literally not pulling any punches. Holy heck. But as I was saying, yes, we need more representation. We need to be thinking about not just the gay ships, but also the asexual ships and everything in between as well. Why stop at gay ships? All right, we only have a minute left, so I'm not going to jump into another game. I think we're actually going to pause there. And we'll put this to one more vote. You guys can decide if you do want to see more of this or if it is time to move on to something else. So let me just mosey on back. Here is my poll. Perfect. So, get your votes cast. I strongly suspect you guys will probably want to spin the wheel so we can actually move on to some new games and play some bingo and all the rest of it, but it's up to you. Don't let me influence you. If you don't vote for it, I'm going to kick you out, but it's fine. Don't let me influence you at all. Fiuk, you're right. Asexuals can have relationships. It's just, different nature. Don't want to put rules on it. I am definitely no expert in that area. Animalila. I was reading This Is How You Lose the Time War earlier. It was a really good sapphic book. This is how you lose the Time War. It's not related to Doctor Who in any way, is it? It sounds like it should be. Maddie, I'm going to get this one myself at some point. Looks fun. Absolutely. Like, if this game has caught your interest, please make sure you jump over to Steam and wishlist it, because these are the kind of games that deserve a little bit more time in the spotlight. Maple Treeway, joke's on you. I'm not voting because I want to play bingo. I'm voting because the excessive amount of blood really ticks me off and makes me uncomfortable, so I've had to look away from the stream. I find that fascinating. Like, on the one hand, I apologize that that level of like blood makes you uncomfortable. It's unfortunate. I'm glad that you've decided to hang around for the stream regardless and just look away in the meantime, so you've obviously done what you need to. But I also find it interesting that that level of digital gore, which is quite comedic in nature, can still be triggering for people. Like, if it was something like Resident Evil-ish, where you're dealing with like limbs being chopped off and like that detailed gore, that I 100% understand. But yeah, this kind of one, I wouldn't have expected it, and I'm not judging you because of it. I hope it doesn't come across that way. I'm just honestly fascinated by it. Body parts is what got me over the line. Tone of the game is too callous about murder and all. I can see that. I think a lot of games probably don't. I think, like, what they're looking for. They don't really allow time for the impact of death to kind of sink in. But I think the problem is if they did, many games would move over the line from being fun and light things to something else. And that's an area they want to steer away from. Because they're trying to focus on the entertainment value. But yeah, I kind of get it. I think it's why I've never been a fan of games like Mortal Kombat. It's where the violence is excessive for violence's sake because it's trying to be shocking with the level of gore that it's producing. But it's like, it doesn't need to be. Well, they're catering to a specific audience who finds humor in that. But yeah, no, interesting. I would have expected like there would have been need to like a level up from what was displayed in Justice Sucks to actually trigger something, but I guess that's not the case, and that's something that I will need to be mindful of going forward, because it's not something that I had considered. So thank you for making me more aware of that. I appreciate it. Move over, Spec Ops the line. Strat can't watch Tarantino movies for that very reason. I mean, I've never been interested in the Tarantino movies to begin with, just because they are so violence-focused. Interesting. Fiuk, How to Win the Time War was talked about on an episode of Writing Excuses, a podcast about writing advice. I'd be curious as to why it ended up on there. Like, what were some of the talking points they were going over? Was it because that particular book does a lot of things right, or was it like a more critical analysis? Gaddis thinks it doesn't help that it has arse animations. When it's generally you need good animation. The video game, yeah, can't play Mortal Kombat because of the excessive gore. So kind of get it. Yeah, it's the kind of thing that never interested me. Like Super Smash Brothers, yeah, sign me up. It's cartoon violence, but Mortal Kombat's like, well, once you've seen the finishing moves once, it kind of loses its shock value, and I don't need to see it again. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, really. We're here to spin the wheel and play some games, so let's jump over to our games wheel, which now has around 280 games on it. And we'll open up the bingo size wheel as well. Let's see what we're moving on to. I just want to double check. Dusk, hopefully you are hiding in the background and you are at the ready. Here's what we're going to be doing. We are going to be doing a 5x5 bingo, which will be worth 1 bingo point for whoever gets it. And we're going to be playing Kamaeru, a Frog Refuge. Interesting. This game comes to us from Matey8. Recommended June 2025. There we go. Matey8 have been saying for a while that they've been unlucky on the draw on some of these, but we got one. We finally got one. It's a Matey8 game. What is this? Foster a sanctuary for frogs and restore the biodiversity of the wetlands in Kamaeru, a cozy frog collecting game where you take pictures of frogs, play mini games, and decorate your habitat. Hop right to it. You had to get a pun in there, didn't you? And I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. Since it was submitted, it looks like it's had a few more reviews. It is now over 200. Holy dang. Hardcore Horse, what does a game need to have to get on the wheel? So 2 things need to happen. Firstly, in order to submit a game, you need to be a member on the channel, which is as little as $1 a month. I also give out free memberships every now and then, so if you're active, you've got a chance of getting one. And then you hop over to the Discord. There's a bot set up. You can submit any game that has less than 200 reviews on Steam. That is basically the only criteria for it. The other way to get a game submitted is if you hang out on the channel for long enough, you will build up Aurum points, which you can use during playing bingo for doing like free tiles and things like that. But also if you save up 500, you can submit any game to the wheel, regardless of the number of views it has, and you don't need to be a member to do that. We actually had a couple added at the end of last stream, which I can't go back to now, unfortunately, but I can tell you that we added on Monster Train 2 was a 500 point redemption. as was Zero Escape, the nonary games, which I'm very excited to play at some point in the future. That should be fantastic. All right. So I think let's get into things by watching the trailer first, because we need to see what this is all about. It is exactly 1 minute long. I'd love to see. This looks like a very cute and chill game, and I'm kind of here for it. I am loving the aesthetic, like the hand-drawn watercolor style. Looks gorgeous. Ah, okay, so you can drop and drag like little bits to decorate your sanctuary. I'm gonna call it a farm. It's not a farm, it's a sanctuary. That bed looked mighty uncomfortable. You can recolor furniture as well. That's neat. Okay. Carbon capture? Bioscore? Combining things. Oh. Okay, so there's a bit of, not random generation, but you have to combine things in the right way. That's interesting. Kamaeru, a Frog Refuge. Okay. Have the bingo boards been updated? It should have already been on a 5x5, so there should be a thing to do. We'll double check. Yeah, it's already on a 5x5. All of them were cleared from the end of last stream, so we should be good to go with your bingo boards. All right, so where did that trailer end? Hang on. It ended before the 1 minute mark. Okay, so let's get going with our bingo tiles, because we have released after 2020. Oh, Fyuk's redeeming free space already. Holy heck. Which one are you wanting to redeem, Fyuk? Because remember, when someone redeems free space, everyone can mark off redeem something straight away. And you can mark off whatever Fyuk chooses to redeem as well. Fyuk is choosing to give everyone the free space in the center. So go ahead and mark off less than 200 views as well. Fyuk, you are being very kind to everyone today. So we can mark off that one. Let's have a look for the developer. It was published by Armor Game Studios, which is kind of cool. They have only released one game because they've also released an OST, so we can also mark off OST and DLC. The game has a demo, so you can mark off demo. But yeah, their next game, Heidi's Legacy Mountains Calling, isn't out yet, which I feel like I have seen somewhere. Maybe like an indie expo or something. I feel like I've heard of that game somewhere, or something very, very similar to it. Okay, so we've got a few extra ones that we can mark off on that. But we can also mark off developer has only done one game. Alistair, if I redeem a game, will you play it this stream? How many points are needed? So you need 500 points. It will not necessarily be played this stream. It will be added to the wheel, which at the moment means there's an approximately 1 in 300 chance of it being selected. But a 1 in 300 chance is more than 0. That I can guarantee. It will take a while to get to 500 points, though, trust me. The point is it's meant to be a long-term thing to redeem. As being able to add anything to the list is more powerful than you would think. And the thing to keep in mind is that you can add one game to the list multiple times to bump up its chance of actually being selected. If you've got something there that you really, really want to see. I'm just double checking if Dusk is in the background, because I was just giving a moment there as well to see if they updated the bingo list, but it looks like maybe not. See anything over on the Discord. Just worried that Dusk may have had to drop for something. Dusk, if you are there and you've been tracking the bingo, can you please just make sure you hit update? That way I know that you are active in the background. In case I need to do anything. Refresh on my end. Not sure. What I might do, because I saw Mediate is in the background as well. I know, Mediate, you might be multitasking today, but would you mind just keeping an eye out and pinging Dusk in the chat just in case something has happened, because I might need your help to step in if you're available. Sorry to reach out and ask midstream like that, but I'd appreciate it if you could just keep an eye out in case something's happened to Dusk. Cool. All right. In the meantime, we'll keep going through and we'll call off the tiles, and hopefully we'll have the list updated for you. We'll catch up on it eventually. Now, for those that are playing along, everyone else, you can go ahead and mark off wishlisted by a friend and purchased by a friend. As Solokissin said, you can also mark off redeem something because we've had that done. Oh yes, thank you, Fyuk. Game Suggester is in the chat. Mediate was hanging out with us. What else did I see? The similar games are Stardew Valley and Dinkum. I'm gonna say no, because this is more focused on being a creature collector, whereas those are farming sim games. So I'm gonna say related games are unrelated. So you can mark that one off as well. We do have controller support. We do have apparently accessibility features, which include adjustable difficulty. No, those are just, okay, that's just a list of them. What are your the save anytime camera comfort? Okay, that's fair. Yeah, so we've got accessibility options for sure. Maple Treeway is also redeeming free space. Which one are you calling for here? Gigabread just became a member. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. You are a legend, my friend. Welcome to the crusade. They are redeeming random or procedural generation.
Joined the crusade.
And it gives you a bingo already. Holy cow, seriously? Bingo straight up? Let's have a look. Maple Treeway, start of a month, coming out of the gate strong. Where is Maple? Oh, Sifrin Lover 99. Ah, I see you're a fan of In Stars and Time. I see. Where are you, Maple? There, gotcha. All right, so Maple has managed to get release date after 2020, redeem something thanks to themselves and Fyuk, less than 200 reviews thanks to Fyuk, random or procedural generation with their free tile and accessibility options. That is indeed a bingo. Holy cow, that was quick. All right, so let me just go ahead and give you your bingo point. We'll have to reset the leaderboard as well. First one for the month. To grab your name from there. That is not what I meant to do. There we go, 1 point there. And we need to reset the leaderboard. Whoop. Paper Treeway, 1 point. Perfect. All right. Don't have enough Aurum to redeem a free space anymore. Perfect. I mean, that's why the points are there. You use them when you feel you need to. Get yourself an easy bingo. Get yourself on the list so you've got a chance to win some things. That's why I put it on there, because it's nice to be able to go. There's nothing worse than that frustration of I'm one space away and I can't win. The free space allows you to do that. There we go. Dusk is here. So sorry, YouTube didn't give you notification. No worries. First round of bingo is done and dusted. We got that one done nice and smoothly. If you're happy to hang out and get ready for the next round in 30 minutes time, that will be perfect. All right. Well, we don't need to worry about any other bingo bits and pieces, so we can carry on. We're getting this game purchased and downloading. Let's put some background music on for you. Enjoy some Wordle while this downloads. You may get some stream lag, because Australian internet, as we know, is not incredible. No. But I also don't anticipate this is going to be a massive file size. All right. If you love helping people win, you're very generous with that, I will say. The bingo's all a good bit of fun. I was just taking a sip of tea to make sure I've got some caffeine in my system before this next one. And I glance over and see that you've put the first guess for the Wordle as frogs. Like, that is just on point, and it made me chuckle and just about spit out my tea. So thank you for that. Yes, and a reminder for everyone as well, you can also spend your points to be able to add or remove tiles from the bingo. If you feel the need to shake things up a little bit, you absolutely can. All right. You managed to get 2 letters. That's a good start. I needed to do frogs as the first word. Understandable. Also, Gigabread, I didn't call it out because I didn't spot it in the chat because the multi-stream chat doesn't show me it, unfortunately, but thank you not only for joining as a member, but for joining as a Templar Knight. That is very, very kind of you. Thank you for supporting the channel. I always say, like, all the donations, all the memberships and everything go basically towards paying for the games that we play on stream and in the review videos, and for paying for the editors and the artists who do the thumbnails. So thank you for making this channel possible. It's people like you that allow me to do what I can do. So I appreciate you. Hey, Decal, you got it. Nicely done. All right, let's jump back over now that you're done with the Wordle, and pretty much perfect timing for the music. There we are. Let's jump in and just mess around with frogs. I think it's gonna be fun. All right. Oh, no, that does not want to display on stream. That's interesting. You guys are just seeing flickering. Love that for you. Let me see if I can actually get this to work. Something about their full screen is not working correctly. There we go. Fiuk, that reminds me. Fiuk needs to decrease their membership. Have to say sorry as a Canadian for lowering my membership. Be back doing that. Not a problem at all. At the end of the day, I always say, like, never donate or contribute more than you can reasonably afford. We know that for the vast majority of people, these are tough economic times. Rent is expensive. Insurance is expensive, cars are expensive, food is now more expensive than ever. Always prioritize yourself first. This channel will continue to get by with or without your donations, but the donations are appreciated because it allows us to do more things. Yeah, at the end of the day, never contribute more than you can reasonably afford. You've got to look after your necessities and things first. If your speeding tickets are expensive. Yeah, speeding tickets aren't meant to be a normal part of life. They're not an everyday expense. You shouldn't be doing up your, your monthly budget and trying to figure out how much you need to allocate for speeding tickets. Although, slight tangent here, I do have a theory that for the rich and powerful out there in the world that have more money than they need to be able to throw at things, things like parking fines, they're not tickets, they're not fines. That's just the cost of parking there. Because if you can afford to pay it, if it doesn't bother you to have to pay that amount, that's just how much it costs. And that is so depressing. Animalila, I can put game has been updated because it has some updates listed on there, right? Yeah, absolutely can. We have finished the round of bingo because we only call out 1 bingo per game that we play. So the 5x5 is done. We've had a winner. You continue playing just for fun if you want to see if you do get a bingo with the other things that you spot in the game as you go. Just depends on what you want to do. There is no harm in just playing along for the fun of it. But the way it will work is we're going to play this game for 30 minutes. When 30 minutes is up, you have a chance to vote and decide if you want to see more of the game, or if we go back to the wheel, spin it again, and see what else we get. And if we do, that's where we play another round of bingo. So first things first, we're going to have a quick peek at the options to see what we've got. The highest resolution is 1080p, which is, yeah, it's enough for most people. I'm on a 4K, so that always disappoints me a little bit, but 1080p is absolutely reasonable. We have mouse and control support, extra languages, separate sound sliders, and we have a frog timer. I don't know what a frog timer is. The game's not giving me any context for it, but 25 seconds seems like a weird increment to set it to. Like, normally you do something that divides into a minute nice and evenly, like 15, 30, or 60, but our options are 25, 40, and 50, and none of those divide into 60, so I guess we'll find out what that's all about in a moment. Alright, character design, cute AF. Now, I've always wondered this, because as a guy, I really can't do much with my hair. I wake up in the morning, I put a little bit of product in so that my fringe actually stays up rather than falling down. And that's about it. But for everyone out there that does style their hair because it's longer or more complex or whatever the case is, a hairstyle like this, where you have like one braid or plait or whatever it's called, I think it's a braid, just on the side, is that reasonable? Like, how long would that take to do? Is that something that you would go to the effort of doing every day? As most people I know, they'll just like either have their hair loose or do like a ponytail or a bun or something fairly simple. But to take the time to do just like one braid on the side, I don't know if that is realistic or if that's something that's only ever conveyed through art because we think aesthetically it looks good. That's an actual question that I have. Like, do people really do that? And then usually stay in for longer than a day. Okay, that makes more sense.
Your Card Expo donated $2 Canadian to the war funds. Joking. How dare you gatekeep long hair men?
Not gatekeeping long-haired men. I was saying most men have short hair, but I was also saying for people that do have longer hair or more complex hair. I didn't gender that. Because there's a lot of guys out there that have like man buns and things like that, or that do take more time to style their hair. I just don't know how realistic having a style like this is, because you see a lot of those like fantasy style haircuts where they've got like, oh, shaved on one side, but then like half braided along like the line of where it's shaved and long, and then they've colored the tips as well. And like, how long does that take you every morning? Like, how practical is it to wake up in the morning, spend 3 hours styling your hair, and then get dressed in all your armor and go into a fight? I mean, probably the Vikings did that, I guess. Anyway, so we're on one hell of a tangent here. Mediate to know, never really cared about my hair. Solicus, I have a lot more than I thought. I think you're talking about points, not your hair. Raven, have longer hair, woman moments. Let me know if I need to put something by the note. You're all good, Raven, don't worry. Gray does absolutely nothing. It's a key feature of any great game, the frog timer, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Great, mate. The style's pretty possible, but I imagine you don't want to do the look. If you don't want to do the look one day, you just tie the long bit back. Yeah. Like, there's always ways to deal with it, I guess. Interesting. All right. I've been working so hard lately. Also, interesting perspective, like top down over the office chair and then seeing the angle onto the rest of the desk. It looks very cozy. I like the vibe. And the little teddy bear with the cap is cute. It's a good thing my latest project finally ended and I could take a few weeks off. Maybe I should go back home, take a break. Absolutely, go to the frog farm. Ah, yes, I too keep a photo of a dragonfly in my desk. I remember the wetlands, short trees with dark bark, dragonflies skipping along the water surface. Also, how's the music in the background for you? It's fairly soft in this one, but it's very much a vibe, I think. It's not cutesy, it's peaceful. I grew up here, close to this marsh, with Axel, my best friend. Not Axel from Kingdom Hearts. Oh, good lord. Axel and I both love frogs. It's funny, I was thinking about him this morning. He just called. Something tells me he has a plan. Axel always has a plan in mind. Do I wish to play the tutorial? Yes, tutorial me. Let's do it. This hairstyle looks kind of annoying to wear, to be honest, since braids are pretty heavy, so the braid will just smack her in the face with any slight movement. It's better than caffeine at keeping you awake. You just shake your head, get slapped in the face with the braid 5 times, that'll wake you right up. You're like, oh, yeah, oh, we're back, okay. And because it's just one single braid, it seems a bit silly to have to deal with that. You know what? I'm sure there's a reason. Like, it looks cute, that's undeniable. Practical? That's a different question. Maple Tree Away, the 2 types of games. You either have a frog timer or a blood meter. You must have one. We're still fighting the mythical game with both. Just wait, might be here. Maybe we want to hear the name Axel and get flashbang with thoughts of Kingdom Hearts. I'm glad I'm not the only one. God, Kingdom Hearts is a mess of a series. It's so good and so bad at the same time. Axel hasn't changed at all. We met up a few miles from the wetlands of our childhood. He showed me a place where he planned to build, of all things, a frog refuge. Okay. Cleo, long time no see. So happy to see you again. Axel, it's been a while. How are things around here? You see, like, he doesn't do anything with his hair. He doesn't care. He's just got those natural waves. Ugh, so pretty. Great, but as you can see, the Frog Refuge is pretty empty so far. I'm thinking we could fill it with frog furniture. Frog furniture? Is that a thing? Of course! Frogs are attracted to certain types of furniture. Let's try it out, you'll see. That's why if you put a plastic lawn chair in the pool, you're guaranteed to get frogs. They freaking love plastic lawn chairs. Use the shop to buy some furniture. Gave you some money to buy a bathtub. Frogs love bath time. Okay, I wasn't far off. Okay, buy a bathtub in the shop. Perfect. You didn't... Okay, sure. Shop's there. Got it. I thought it'd be a thing on the menu on the side. It is not. 20 frog coins. Why do I have to... You gave me money to spend in your own shop, Axel. Does that not seem a little bit conceited? Good lord. Open your inventory to retrieve the furniture. Then you can place it anywhere you want in the refuge. Okay. My stuff. I like that it's not an inventory. It is stuff. Alright, we have a bathtub. We should put it... I can't put it in the pond. My day is ruined. Fine. We'll just plonk it next to the pond. There we go. 20 frog heart points. Toggle the editor button to enter or exit editor mode. This way you can move furniture around. Okay. I love moving furniture around. You'll see that you got some reputation points. Hearts from placing the bathtub. You get hearts by adding new furniture to the refuge. Okay. Or you can also tame new frogs to get hearts. Taming frogs sounds very exciting. It's pretty simple. You give them all the food they want. Most frogs love flies, but the taste can get more complex. Dragonflies, for example, that are 90% dragon and 10% flies. Gray, this is like that cat game. I think you're probably not far off. I might be envisioning what you're thinking about. Moonlight Kitsune, are you winning, Gray? I don't know. I've been playing this game for like less than 10 minutes. I don't even know how one wins, but I haven't lost, so technically yes. Interact with the frogs that show up on the furniture. Open a panel with information on the frogs. There's my frog. Okay. Victulus silver banana. Now, with the first word Victulus, I was like, oh, this might be the scientific name for this type of frog. And then I got to the word banana. And then I realized I was wrong. Also, its favorite type of food is just 4 flies. Not 1, 4. Feed all. There you go, buddy. Have 4 flies. Tamed. We have a Victor Silver Banana. You know what? Maybe it is the scientific name, and I could be wrong. Maybe some crazy scientist out there did go, you know what? This frog reminds me of banana. I don't know if it's because of the coloration, its size, its looks, its shape, its odor, its taste. Scary. Looks like it isn't time-based like that one. I'm okay with it not being time-based. I think this is meant to be more of a chill background experience. It is, plus the 2 colors. Hey, there we go. Silver banana. You can also take pictures of frogs because they're cute, obviously. Now open the camera, take a frog picture, and put it in your Frogadex. It's like a Pokedex, but for frogs. What's the little guy doing? Look at him. Oh, he's stuck in his bathtub. He can't get out. Or in. I'm not sure which way he's going, but... Oh, buddy. Frogdex and journal. There you go. Victorless kiwi banana. What do you mean, taste? What do you mean? What do you mean, taste? It's fine. Open the Frogadex to see all the frogs you've fed or photographed. Dashboard shows available frogs and the probability that they'll spawn based on something that just disappeared. It's fine. What do you mean progress 3%? We spawned it, we fed it. What else do we need to do? So there's Victulus, Doblex, Zebra, and Leopard. Oh, okay, so it's based on their coloration. I see. So Victulus frogs have different colored body and legs. Oh, never mind. Some of them were spotted, some were other things. Gray, yeah, I was thinking of a mobile game as well. Absolutely. Similar kind of cartoonish style. They look kind of like Pusheen, but not. Axel seems thrilled about his project. He details his plan. More furniture to attract frogs, help the wetlands and its biodiversity thrive, and build a great refuge for the frogs. Now, I don't want to be a stickler on this, but if all you're doing is attracting frogs, is that biodiversity? Where's the diversity bit within there? Because that's meant to be about getting all kinds of animals, not just multiple kinds of one animal. I'm sure it's fine. This is just meant to be a frog reserve anyway. So, Cleo, what do you think? Are you down to help me? I have nothing else to do in my life. It's such a cool project, and you know how much I love frogs. Alright, let's make this our first task. We need to increase our reputation and add new frogs to the frog decks. So we should place new furniture, tame frogs by feeding them so we get hearts. Alright, yes, and we get at least 40 hearts and 3 frogs. Cool. If you're looking for things to do, you can check the journal objectives. Okay. Perfect. Yep, we know that's what we're doing. We have a journal. We have photos. Cool. Alright. I mean, so far, so good. If you're looking for a more chilled out experience, it's kind of hard to go wrong with something like this. I'm assuming, though, that we need to get more things from the shop. So let's buy a log. And we'll buy this little chair as well. Okay. Where would I want to put you? You know what, we can... okay, you have to start fixing up things later as well. Alright, stuff. I have a log. We'll plonk you down over here. And we will also put down a chair to watch all of that. Done. Okay. Now this was going to be my question is, what do you do in the downtime? Because that's our same little frog. We need to... there we go. We've attracted... No? Not a new one? It's the same type of frog. There we go. We have 3 frogs. Oh, you can name them. Oh, that's... Wait, so... No, you can't name this one. Hang on, am I doing something wrong here? I can name this one. Oh, because he's been fed. This one hasn't been fed yet. Okay. Feed. There you go. We can just feed all, actually. There we go. Tamed. We've got another frog. Good job. Happy with us. Mission accomplished. Refuge got more reputation points and I added a bunch of frogs to the frog decks. Go me. Unfortunately, I'm now running out of insects and money. Yes, that's what I was wondering. How do I get these things? No worries. Step 2 of the plan starts now. Let's visit the wetlands so I can show you a couple of things we can do. Wetlands in bad shape. We restore it. We could use as resources for the refuge. Okay. What does that mean? Get into the wetlands. How's it sound? Gather some resources and food for the frogs. Right. Travel. Aha. Because this was wondering, like, sometimes you can have to put down furniture and then just wait for things to happen. So I was like, well, what are the things you can do in the meantime? Here we are, the wetland. It's a beautiful natural resource, but people just think it's full of mosquitoes. I mean, both things can be true. You and I should think of it as a wonderful treasure trove of mosquitoes. It's all dried up. Yes, don't worry, there's water underneath the dirt. We can dig ponds to restore the zone. In exchange, it will give us some resources. Let's have a look at the wetland shack. Yep, that's a shack. Enter the shack by pressing on it. This is where you get the information on the wetlands restoration. This is our little wetland shack. Here you'll find tons of info about the wetlands restoration status. There's a board with info about the plants. What's a bioscore? Bioscore is the combined value of carbon capture and flora diversity. Higher it is, the better for the wetlands. Okay, pretty true to life so far. Daniel, aren't super colorful frogs usually poisonous? Shh, it's fine. We're gonna lick them all anyway. Gotta see which ones taste the best. Gotcha. So next step is making sure frogs are super happy, right? Yes. It's all about the frogs. Wetlands bioscore depends on carbon capture and biodiversity. Yep. Got it. In the shack, you can buy blueprints to develop wetlands restoration technology. We already know how to dig a pond, so how about we learn how to plant a simple berry bush? Why do I have to learn how to do that? I should already know. There's 10 coins and 1 green thing. Nothing here tells me how many of these green leaves I have. It tells me what my heart level is and how many frog coins I have, but that's all. Oh, no, I'm not spending it. I'm guessing that's what it does. Allows harvesting berries, which will give 10 coins? Yeah, let's find out. Nope, it cost me 10 coins. Cool. But I'm guessing it will give these things. Carbon capture, I'm guessing that is. Okay. So I assume we now exit and we go plant it. Good. Start re-wetting these wetlands. Let's do this. For the moment, let's dig a pond, grow a berry bush next to it. Remember the editor to buy and place elements, how we restore them. Yeah, okay. We'll do a pond. Place a bush near the pond so it can grow and produce berries. Makes sense. Alright, give me pond. Okay, we will, let's start up here. In fact, because we can put things around it, I feel like I kinda... Oh, there's like a gap in between them. Okay, but we'll put you here. And then we can plant one of these, which costs another 10 to put it down. And if you do this wrong, you could go broke so quickly. Wait for the pond to attract insects and collect them. These are the insects we use to feed the frogs. Okay. It's a caterpillar! Gotcha. Okay, I think we've got it. We use blueprints to restore the wetlands. We use the wetlands resources to fund the refuge. Exactly. Now let's get started on the objective. Let's add another berry bush and some reeds. Alright. We're making this more of a home. We want another one of these. Might as well keep them together. And some reeds. Reeds? I guess I don't have the thing for reeds. Tech. Reeds. Buy. There we go. And also, later we can do cattails and bigger ponds. Alright. I mean, look, if wetlands and this kind of stuff is your vibe, you're probably going to have a good time with this. Okay. There we go. It doesn't go in it. It goes next to it. Wonderful. Okay. Go out of editor mode. And wait for them to give us some things, maybe. What is... We got a berry from the berry bush. Look at us go. Alright, so they'll keep producing things, and then we can come back and harvest. And that's where you get the flies and whatnot as well. Okay. So... Can I leave here? No? Doesn't look like I can. Oh, and you can get helpers, which I assume will automatically harvest things for you. I assume. Okay, bioscore goes up there. There's a biodiversity. We're doing good. It's telling us we need more ponds, more of that, more of that. Game going to let me put more of it down? Actually is. Okay, I'm not tutorial locked. That's nice. I'm starting to be able to just do what I want. Except for put more ponds down. I'm not allowed to do more ponds. Or actually more of anything else now. Take it back. Because we've hit the quota, that's why. Alright. There we go. Cleo, this is phenomenal. We're really chugging along with the wetlands restoration. You're darn right we are. Look how wet the land is. Great, I was thinking about doing something with the berries from the berry bush. Ah, that's a neat idea. We have an outside kitchen over there. We could use it to prepare some tasty jam. Yes, I love wetland berry jam. Moonlight Kitsune, I swear every time I look up I'm being stared at by that raven. What does it want with me? It wants you to feed it, so it become friends, and then it will tell the rest of its raven buddies about you, and before you know it, you will have an entire coven of ravens at your disposal that will do your bidding. You can buy blueprints. Solid isn't nice. Great pun, I love it. Animalila. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm not sure where to put the emphasis in that one. Animalila. When I went to a wetlands park area in the north, it was too cold for mosquitoes, but I was hounded by flies instead. That's why, like, honestly, I'm not a fan of wetlands in Australia. The biodiversity is huge. The number of things that will want to kill you is also huge. Resources are produced automatically, appear on the right side of the screen. Interact with them to harvest. Yes, I did already figure that bit out. Thank you, game. Okay, now go to the kitchen, prepare some delicious jam. Let's go. Craft wetland products in the kitchen. First, choose a recipe and the quantity of the products that you like. Put the correct ingredients in the pot. Push the ovens button when you're ready. Align the mirrors to use the sun rays for cooking. The resulting products can then be sold in the refuge's shop. As a bonus, you can use the oven's cooking gauge to increase the number of products you're producing. Okay, kind of like it. Yep, we'll do some Ooh, we can berry candy, cattail hearts. We'll do the berry jam. Making 2 start. Okay, so we have to put the ingredients in. Yes. There we go. 12 berries for 2 jam. We push the button. We align the mirrors. Solar powered oven. Ooh, I missed one of them on there. Alright, so we got a bonus one, I think. Good job. I will say so far that there's elements of the UI that look really good and elements that don't. My goal was the name Animal Leela. The feature isn't the most clear. Thank you for clarifying that. I'll try to remember that. Animal Leela. You have to double the L in the middle. My household swamp attracts both in the summer. That's very concerning. Good luck to you in the summertime, Gray. But yeah, with the UI, I would say, like, you've got these lovely elements that feel like they have texture to them, thanks to the way they've been designed. Like, if you look at the board and the border of the board, it looks quite good. It matches that kind of grainy texture of everything else that's around it. The problem is that the font and some of these clean lines and like the arrows on here don't quite mesh with everything else that's on there. It feels like maybe a different font or different coloration to it or different borders around the icons would help. Because like the number 0 here, the start button, I mean, even the start button is not completely centered on the button. It's down slightly too low. It makes it feel very much like, oh, this is default Unity rather than something that's been lovingly crafted in the same way that everything else have. But again, it's a very minor nitpick compared to everything else that's going on in the game. The jam and our other products will be used to fund the refuge. Let's go back there, okay? Back to the refuge we go. That done, Raven, no bingo bits yet. We wrapped up bingo for the first game, or for this game already, so we'll be moving on to a new bingo soon. Now, let's sell the jam in the shop. We'll use the money to improve the Frog Refuge. All right, so we're gonna... Whoa! We have so many more things we can buy. Okay. All of these attract frogs and are available in different colors as well. So some things attract frogs and are frog furniture, and some things are not. Interesting. I have 100 coins, and these things are quite expensive. Well, I got money, we might as well spend it. I will buy a wheelbarrow. Because why not? I missed that by accident. Perfect! Now I told you everything I know. Except for that last bit, because I didn't hear it. Restoring the wetlands and running the refuge. It's probably a good idea now for you to meet someone very important to me. You're gonna love her. Is it your grandma? Alex introduces me to a woman in her 60s with a gentle but piercing gaze. Annabelle. Not the grandma. We shake hands and she starts a conversation. She's a retired surgeon who now devotes her time to doing research on frogs and wetlands. Okay. I mean, look, it's a hobby. It's a passion. If you wonders if the tutorial was any good, I would say it was decent. It's done a good job of holding my hand through learning to navigate the UI in the first few things, so I can't complain about it. Hello, my dear. What a pleasure to finally meet you. It won't surprise you to hear that some frog species from this area are endangered. If we stand any chance of protecting them, I need your help to sequence their genes for further study. Ah, yes, because sequencing genes is what you ask any random person who's an office worker to give you assistance with. It doesn't require any kind of specialized knowledge at all. But I'm happy to help. To start, I need you to tame 2 frogs, which should be easy for you. They love insects. If only it was so simple to tame animals. It'd be like, oh, here's 4 portions of your favorite food. You are now indebted to me, and this is the ongoing relationship. Okay, once you've tamed those 2 frogs, come and meet me at the lab to breed 1 frog. Pretty sure we already have tamed 2 frogs. Yep, okay. That's what we did, right? By feeding them? Yep, that one's tamed because we can name it. I'm not sure where the other little guy's gone. It's around somewhere. There, hello. Ah, you require more food. I don't have enough caterpillars. No. Okay, but then I could just travel back and hopefully harvest things? What do you mean there's no bugs? Oh, okay, Victor's kiwi bananas hanging out here now. I need bugs. How else am I meant to get money and things and stuff? I need stuff to go in my stuff bag. Bird. I tried to click on the bird. It didn't work. There we go. We've got the caterpillar we need. Fantastic. We travel back. If that works, my cat would be tamed. You don't ever get to tame cats. Cats try to tame you. Fido. Doblex Aqua Silver. Gorgeous. All right, we got it. So, how does this work? Breeding tamed frogs allows you to obtain new frogs for your Frogadex. If you have more than 2 tamed frogs, you can choose the parent frogs you want to use. Each frog has shape and color genes. Your goal is to combine them in order to obtain a new frog. We're going to build the ultimate frog. The absolute pinnacle of frog kind. It's going to be a beast. You will not always have full control over the final resulting frog. Yes, understand that. We're breeding them for aggression. We're going to build an army of frogs and take over the world. Because nature will select its own genes from the parent frogs too. Cool. Place the genes of the parent frogs on the grid and try to align 3 genes in a row. Vertical, horizontal. We're playing bingo. Okay. I need more money. What? So I can't do that. Oh, it's a 6 coin breeding cost. Okay, we need to get more money. We've got to at least do the frog breeding before we get to the end of this. Oh, wait, there was flies to collect. Perfect, and more berries and whatnot. Okay. Also, there was a hedgehog. Look at the little guy. Ah. All right. Not gonna lie, that has been the highlight of the game for me so far. I know it's kind of bad, but that's so freaking cute. All right, let's do some berry candy. We put the ingredient in the pot. There we go. Press go. Align the mirrors. There we are. And then we boop and we boop. Nice. We got 2 extras. Cool. And then I assume we're meant to go sell those. Okay. Sell. There we go. So that's worth 8 each. And that's worth more. 14 each. Oh, there's the real money. Don't bother with the jam. It's not worth it. All right, we have 80 coins. Look at us go. We are rich. Let's do some frog sequencing. I was about to say something worse, but at the end of the day, we're combining genes. We're not making them mate. Let's get that out of the way. All right, Vixla's Kiwi Aqua and Vixla's Silver Banana. Could swap them and do the, oh, we could do the Doblex. Could we potentially get mostly blue? We could. Okay, let's go. I'm meant to be doing what? Get 3 in a row? Oh, no, it's just playing tic-tac-toe. Okay. Well, I want Aqua, so let's put you here. Okay. Let's put you here. Terrible. All right. Hey, the game let me win. Thank you. There we go. It's going to have Aqua. And 2 other random things. It's a Doblex Aqua! It's 100% blue! Exactly what I wanted. Love it. Okay, welcome, new Froggo. Alright, so that's how you get other colors. You bred a frog! Oh, no, they were actually breeding. Not sure how I feel about that. I thought we were just, like, going all Jurassic Park with combining DNA. But no, there was some actual breeding that happened there. Perhaps you've noticed, but some frogs come to the refuge only when specific conditions are met. The carbon capture rate and the biodiversity score generated by your activities in the wetlands are important factors for frog biodiversity. Charming. Met with Axel and Annabelle at the wetland shack so we could set a new goal for the coming days. Reach a bio score of 15%. This will require careful planning, but I think we're on the right path. I don't think it's going to require careful planning. I'm just going to have to keep buying things until I hit that. Oh, it has a white back. I missed that. Yeah. In order to achieve a certain percent of bioscore, you must place vegetation and ponds in a balanced way to be aware that each element has its own carbon capture. All right. Very cute, but we are at the end of our 30 minutes. So let me get the poll going. You guys can vote if you want to see 30 more minutes of this or to move on to something else. While you're getting your votes in, what I will say is this game is very charming. I think it's definitely not a game for everyone. It's definitely more geared towards people that are looking for a laid back and chilled experience, that want something that's calming and doesn't require too much like active play. Mediate had a lot of fun with this game. You also get more areas later with more frogs, which was nice. It's a fun game to... I missed that last bit. Fun game to relax and look at cute frogs. Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're going for. And I think they've absolutely achieved that. This is the kind of game where it's presented in such a way that you know pretty much exactly what you're getting when you go into it, and it delivers on exactly that, and I can't knock it for that. It's a fairly simple game in terms of its appearance and what it's trying to do, with some interesting complexities under the hood in terms of, you know, where maybe the cooking minigame could go, where the sequencing thing could go. There's some interesting directions that could move in depending on the level of complexity they're planning on putting in it, which I just haven't seen enough of yet. What I think I find curious is that this game feels like it would be a perfect fit for a mobile game. Like, this is the kind of thing that I would happily pull up on my phone to play for 15 minutes when I'm on my way into work, sitting on the train with nothing better to do. And I would enjoy it. I would love it. It'd be just like a moment of calm, almost meditative gameplay before I then have to dive into a work day. But I don't know if this is available on mobile, and if it's not, that feels like a bit of a missed opportunity. It might be, I just don't know if it is or isn't. Maybe someone can have a quick look. But it feels like it would be a perfect fit for mobile. Alright, the poll has apparently ended, despite me not being able to see the results. Let me just refresh on my end. It's probably just glitched out a little bit. There it is. We have voted to move on to a new game. But I quite like what this one's doing. Maple Tree Raid is available on mobile. Nice. It seems nice. Don't think it's worth a $20 US price. That part, I would say, is a little bit of a tough sell as well. At least outward appearances. Oh, it does have a little day-night cycle. That's cute. I think 20 bucks might be a bit steep, but I'm guessing might be a similar price on the App Store. Might be different. But yeah, I would definitely say pick it up on sale. Raven Grow, did you see that my friend's game Jackal finally released? Put it on the wheel too. Nice! Good on them. I hope that's been received well. Alright, well, we are going to leave it there and move on. Oh, sun's setting on the wetlands, so I can finally sit down and rest. Axel joins up with the bottle of homemade cranberry juice. The taste is simply divine. At any time during the night, you can sleep by pressing the bed icon, or I can just stay awake the entire time. Alright, let's go back to the title screen. I'm assuming that it's saved as we went. And I love that it's by Humble Reads. They know their audience. Bugs and chat in the Discord. I hope if you go over to the Discord, there are actual bugs, not just game bugs. Nice. It's unclear. The mobile versions are free, but that's because they're trial versions. Okay, yeah, and then they'll probably have a full purchase that you can do on the when you're actually in the app. Let's jump back here. There we go. All right, time for a new game. All right, Dusk, I hope you are at the ready, because yes, we are now going to be diving into a brand new game, which means brand new bingo. So let's see what we're playing. 1 wheel, 2 wheels. We are going to be doing a 6x6, so I'll need to update it. And Biomass. Okay, I don't know what to expect with that game, but it sounds like it might be a little bit gory. Let's change this to a 6x6. So there's no free space on the 6x6, but it will be worth 2 points if you manage to get it. Let's have a look. Biomass. Oh, and also I need to remember to scramble and clear all cards. I think that answers your question, Animalila. Yes, you need a new bingo board. So yours will now have been automatically scrambled and you can start fresh. Have a peek here. Biomass was suggested by Demean Zero on October 2024. Don't think Demean is here today. But let's have a look at this game, shall we? Biomass. Uncover the secrets of the sinking metropolis in this action RPG. Clash beam sabers or be a gunslinger. Make alliances or go it alone. Your actions have consequences. Those who learn the nature of this world will be able to shape it as they see fit. Ha! Okay. 2D pixel art Metroidvania Souls-like. I'm picking up the vibes. Okay. That's done, Raven. I'll be ready. My friend introduced me to the only good Roblox game. It's called Guts and Black Powder, and it's Left 4 Dead, but with muskets and swords. That doesn't sound too bad. All right, Dusk. Hope you are at the... I was going to say at the wheel. At the ready. Yeah, Sultan Sanctuary, like, it seems to be, but with... What's that I'm looking for? It's not cyberpunk. To step back from it. Oh. No, it's on my periphery, tip of my tongue, can't pick what it's called. It's like the early versions of cyberpunk. No, not steampunk. Not quite. It's got like a bit of futurism in it, but it's still like dark and grimy. It'll come to me later, I'm sure. But let's see what it wants to do. So first things first, on the bingo cards, you can go ahead and mark off less than 200 reviews. Release date is technically after 2020 because it was after the 1st of January. We get that. It is the same developer and publisher, which is Final Scene Dev. It is the only game that they've released. They've got one coming up, which looks very, very similar, possibly a sequel to it, judging by what I can see, but it's not out yet. The game does have an OST, which is pretty cool. Love games that have an OST. Which you can buy separately, which means it does have DLC as well. Just set the timer there. Let's watch the trailer and see what we're in for. The minute 16. Down 1080p. Hey, presents. Biomass. Or actually, with the font that looks like Biomass. This is now Biomass. Only on Steam and itch, so not multiple platforms then. Blade Runner. Blade Runner is what I was thinking of. Part of a lighthouse. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. That's quite loud. We've definitely got pixel art. We've got non-conventional weaponry. Saw a dodge roll. Yeah, we've got a dodge roll. We have health. And we have stamina. We have an inventory. Alright. This looks pretty good. Oh no, Dusk got an ad. That is unfortunate timing. We'll have to just chill out here for a moment and wait for them to be able to catch up. He was the suggestor. Demean was the suggester for this game. Animalila, I agree. It looks beautifully eerie. There's like just enough level of detail. It's like if you look at the art, like because it's pixel art, they're not doing anything with like the faces, so it's all in the animation and the backgrounds and the scenery. There's a lot of detail that has been put into this. It's simple and clean, but the way things are animated gives it a lot of character and feeling, which I quite like. Hardcore Horse, how can you suggest a game? The short version is you need to be a member of the channel, which is as little as $1 per month. Join the Discord, and you can submit any game that has less than 200 reviews. You get to submit one per month. So 1 month of membership for $1 allows you to submit 2 games, because you can do one this month and one at the start of next month if you're quick. Oh, good shout. It does have very positive reviews. You're absolutely right, John Leonard. Please go ahead and mark off very positive reviews. And you can also mark off Grail misses something important. There we go. Dusk is back. Ads are gone. Fantastic. So I'll call them out again one by one, just to make sure everyone's got it, but also so that Dusk gets it as well. So we have very positive review. Less than 200 reviews. Released after 2020. Same developer and publisher. Only released 1 game. Soundtrack or OST, DLC, we had pixel art, we had health, we've got stamina, we've got a dodge roll, and we have an inventory. Haven't seen a currency, but there's something in the bottom right which I think stands for biomass, and that has a counter that's going up, so that might be a currency. We'll see. Oh, and we have a dialogue box right there. That is indeed a dialogue box, so we can mark that off as well. All right. It says that it is similar to Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which I've just started playing recently. Haven't finished yet. I'm only like 20%, 30% of the way through the game. And Terraria. Now, Terraria is a sandbox survival game with a 2D pixel art style. It's got the pixel art style as a similarity, but nothing else. And Ori is a Metroidvania. I'm going to say this game is not similar to those 2 games. Definitely not. We have had it wishlisted by a friend, which of course is Domain, but not purchased by a friend. It does have controller support. Hooray. No additional languages. Don't know about Steam Deck compatibility. It doesn't have quite enough achievements. We set the bar at 20 achievements. No luck on that one. The game is more than $10. I nearly missed that. It is more than $10. 88 playing Ori and the Will of the Wisp right now. Nice. I thought you were playing Persona today. I'm not going to judge. I might end up playing some more Ori tonight. We'll see. We have got a GIF in the description. We don't have a developer website or YouTube channel link, so no luck there. Do we have unique anywhere? Let's have a look. We do. An expansive array of unique foes that would demand a variety of skills to overcome. So we have got unique. Have we had any updates? Yes, it's been patched a couple of times. So we do indeed have updates. Okay, I think we're looking pretty good. I don't think there's anything else on here I need to check. So we can actually go ahead and get this game purchased. I'm going to put you over to a holding screen for a sec. Have a crack at the Wordle, because if you manage to win the Wordle, that is also a bingo tile that you can get. There we go. And again, apologies for any buffering you get while I'm trying to get this game downloaded. There was not a developer website, at least not one that was linked. We'll check the file size in a second as well. The download size is 665 megabytes, so we might be in luck. Manage, browse local files. Biomass is 1.62 gig file size, so it is file size greater than a gigabyte. You can go ahead and mark that one off as well. Fiok, Graeldon, you should have a command in the chat that you can use to tell people how to submit a game. It is there. It's just sometimes faster for me to just say it out loud than it is for me to to give the instructions for it. But yes, there is a command that will tell you what you need to do to submit a game. I can't remember what it is at the top of my head. It is exclamation help game. That will tell you how to submit one. It is there. That's sort of thing, though. Like, it's sometimes just easier to ask and answer a question than anything else. Gray, you're excited for the 10th. There's a game that you're waiting for. Tell me more. What game are you looking out for? Dusk PS Coke is better than Pepsi. We're not trying to do any advertising here, but I also don't disagree. Sky, is the list being updated? Missed a few being read out, as you say that. I think we're pretty good. I'll just have a quick look, see if we have missed anything. Very positive, less than 200, least of 2020, same different publisher, OST, DLC, pixel art, stamina, health, inventory, dodge roll, dialogue bugs, more than $10, over a gig. I think Dusk has nailed it. We didn't get achievements. We don't appear to have any trading cards. Oh, we had wishlisted by a friend. I think we missed that one. Ooh, scale was close. Very close, actually. It could be shale. Yeah. Strack, we're thinking along the same lines. It could be shale. It can't be stale because there's no T. What else would it be? It is shale. There we go. A cat roguelike by T-Boy Dev. Why do I recognize T-Boy? That sounds familiar. Alright, let's jump back to here. Remember to do that next time someone asks in case you missed it. Don't stress about it. I don't mind giving explanations, especially if it's someone's first time in the stream. Oh, the Binding of Isaac. Thank you. I'm like, I recognize that from somewhere. I've mentioned it multiple times. I think I've even written it like that in scripts. I still forgot. Go me. Alright, let's get into Biomass and see what other tiles we can find, shall we? Oh, hang on a sec. Hang on. Oh, we got a engine logo there. Hang on. Wait for it. Let's come back, Biomass. Are you doing anything else? Oh, God. That's a cutscene. And Maple Treeway thinks they got a bingo. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, we'll jump back in a sec. The thing I was saying, wait, was... I thought I saw a typo somewhere. Yes, here. There is a typo, so we did actually find that as well. The sequel/reboot to Biomass will be free for users that own Biomass before the Meridian Gates release date. Oh, sweet, that'll be me then. They misspelled the, which is very unfortunate. Let's go verify a bingo, shall we? Let's have a look. Why is it so small? Maple Treeway was fast on that one again. I think, looks like Solo was getting close. Sky was also close as well. Yeah, there was no demo, unfortunately. That one messed you up there. Yuk was doing alright. Had 3-4 in a row in a couple of spots. Daniel was also getting pretty close on there. Just needed the dev YouTube channel, non-standard movement. Or we got the glitch/bug, technically. Or we got a typo. Where are you, Maple? Why can I not see you? Am I blind? Ah, right at the top. I am blind. Let's see. We managed to get health. Non-standard weapons. Yeah, because one of them I think was the literal scythe. Wishlisted by a Steam friend. Game has been updated. Same developer and publisher and the game engine logo. Nicely done. Yeah, that is a natural bingo and another 2 points for you. Mabel, you are on fire with these last few streams. Sometimes it's just luck of the draw. There we go. But also, I always remind people, if you don't participate, you can't win. Got to keep that in mind. Alright, which means, Dusk, you can clear off the list of bingo because we're done for the round. And now we can actually just focus on the game itself. Let's have a quick look at the options. I'm going to use a controller for this one. It does default to full screen. It does support up to 4K resolution. Very nice. We'll put VSync on. Thank you very much. TV... Oh, we do not want TV mode. Dive to ropes. Music volume is actually already on 50%. We'll leave the damage text off and the hints... No hints off as well. Okay. Daniel can't even win despite participating. You will win eventually, and when you do, it'll be good. Oh, there we go. That looks a little bit more crisp at 4K now. All right, 30 minutes on the clock. Let's have a look at Biomass. New game. What do you mean it's going to erase previous data? Hang on a sec. If I go continue, I can't continue. Stop lying to me. There's no data to erase. Okay. The music is very tranquil for what looks like a very dark game. What do you mean this is how we start? All right, well, I can punch, which is both square and triangle. And circle is the dodge roll. Nice. There we go. Yeah, we do have an inventory. Melee is whatever that is. We're punching. There is no jump button, or at least not yet. Okay, let's go. You get this gear. It's loads of data to erase. Oh god, it erases every other save file. You're right. That's terrifying. We also start like wounded. Am I male? Am I female? Don't know. Doesn't matter. Shiny. Acquired beam saber, familiar hat, familiar garments. Can I put it on? Higher. Familiar hat, the perfect accessory to complete a familiar look. We're just going to wear the hat, no clothes. Familiar garments, timeless robes that invoke a familiar feeling. Okay. And we have a beam saber. Concentrated stream of light is the ideal catalyst for stubborn, pallid flesh. A little light can keep you together, but too much can tear you apart. Ooh, okay, and we have a little 1, 2, 3 combo. 1, 2, 3. Ah, okay, because square does one weapon and triangle does the other weapon. Gotcha. Also, dodge rolling doesn't use stamina, so maybe it actually wasn't stamina. Yep, we equipped a tire and weapons. We're good. I'm sorry, why do I have a... That is pressing down on the thumbstick. Gotcha. Hello. Press X for main weapon. Oh, I have to kill you. Seem to be tied to a thing. I feel very bad about that. And, okay, yes, that is a currency. We now have 50 biomass. Keep attacking enemies to build your streak meter. Okay. Bonk, bonk. There we go. Attack enemies to build up your streak. Press A to use when past the threshold. A partially filled bar will recover 33% of your health. A full bar will recover all of it. Okay, so this is, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a Bloodborne style, where it encourages aggressiveness to build up a healing resource. Okay. Partially filled bar will recover 33% of your health. Full bar will recover all of it. So it's worth going that extra mile to try and get the full one. Hold up on the D-pad to ignore interactable objects. Okay, but I don't want to use it just yet. Press A to climb. Oh, well, okay. Why is your healing button and climbing button the same button? That feels like a mistake. B to roll. Yep. Rolling can allow you to pass through enemies and dodge their attacks. Gotcha. Yellow and purple bullets cannot be dodged. There must be a way to either deflect them or block them. Okay, well that was a deflection. So we're learning that we can do that. Spin did not help you win. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Yep. Interact. Hello, dead person. Humble pack. Humble bundle. So far, loving the ambience. Very cool. Definitely giving Metroid vibes. Okay. Saint Phantom, hello. Not too late, I hope. No. Still gonna go for a little while longer. We've played 2 games, technically, so far. John Leonard, you are my humble servant. Thank you. I could do with a snack, if you don't mind. Hold up and X for a special move. Aha. What is special about it? What does it do? Consume... Oh, it is stamina, depending on the weapon. Okay. Not going to explain what it does. With the beam saber, you can parry with your special move. There we go. What if I just don't? Once parried, move in front of them and press X to punish. I mean, I don't think I quite did that right, but I'm sure it's fine. Yellow bullets can be deflected with an attack. Yep. Nice that it does go an angle relative to the strike and where it gets hit. Like, it doesn't just bounce straight back no matter what. Oh, sucks to be you. Ow. Sucks to be me. Right. This thing? Meridian sequence accepted. Calibrating for sequence. What does it do? I'm gonna hide. Calibrating. Oh, that seems bad. Calibration complete. Yeah, I'm leaving now. Thank you. Goodbye. I don't want to deal with whatever that guy is. Ooh. Fiuk. Graeldon. Chat store is closed. Fiuk is gone doing other things. No worries, mate. Have a good rest of your day. Know you often do your Friday night magic, so if that's what you're off to, have a good time. If you're not off to that, whatever else you're doing, hope it goes well. Be symbiotic catalyst. Right bumper will use an assigned item. Items can be assigned to the quick starts menu. Okay. Items. Symbiotic catalyst. Stomp your feet when things aren't going your way to get a partial streak charge. Your new internal friend will rejuvenate near a workstation. Okay, so that gives us some healing stuff back. No mods, no other weapons yet. Is that telling me I should use it? Okay, yeah, then that allows me to do a little heal. Oh. Hi, friend. That blue stuff good? I don't know. Ow. Stop that. There's something just so intriguing about this art style. It just... There's a certain depth and character to it that just kind of draws you in. And I like the effect of the water, how it's like making the reflection of the ladder ripple. It's a nice atmospheric. That's the word I was looking for. This game is very atmospheric. Press A near a rope to climb. Ooh, okay, and we have a separate stamina bar for that. There's going to be some horror themes that work into this. Okay, so there's an optional thing down there that I could go and get. Let's do it. That looks important. Grenades. Yeah, sounds alright, but now I have to deal with this guy. Ooh, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ow. Holy, straight dead. Jeez. That guy's brutal. All right. Well, good to know the game does not pull punches. I'm going to try that again. It's like, surely it's doable, right? Does a 1, 2, 3. He also has a slam. 2, 3. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Got him. There we go. I just have to be better at it. What's this? Ooh. Biomass exit. Oh, that's where I died. So you can retrieve your biomass. Got it. I also used a heal when I really didn't need to because I was wondering what the red glowy thing was. Now I know. Alright, climb the rope. Onwards. Up the ladder. Great thing about hosting some Goose Goose Duck someday. Why not? A great game. Like Among Us, but funnier. Alright, let's not touch that, because that seems like it might be bad. Like, it's getting us to go over it for a reason. It wants us to think that it's mad. What are you? Ah, this is the workstation. Resync, upgrade, synthesis. I don't know what any of those do. Resync. That just gently massaged me. Biomass molecules have been resynced. I don't know what that does. And it's kind of weird. Upgrade. Okay, so these are the bonfires of the game. Got it. Dark Souls-ish. Need 1,100 to be able to upgrade, and you can upgrade vitality, endurance, technical skill, and mechanical knowledge. Doesn't tell us what those do, but we've got them. And then synthesis. Select choose to scroll through items, selecting the amount required by pressing left and right. Once finished, press confirm and choose synthesis. Agility plus temporarily increases the volatility of your cells, granting you extra speed at the expense of vulnerability. Okay, so these are one-off items. So it's basically a bonfire and a shop all in one. Got it. Transit tunnels. So we're on the run from something. You get here. No matter. I am in no position to do much about it. We aren't meant to allow any outsiders anymore. Each settlement is on its own now. It wasn't always like this. If I knew how things would turn out, I would have done things differently. For what it's worth, I wish you well. Right, 2 grenades. Thank you, friend? Question mark? This is also one of those games that's better played with the D-pad than anything else. Because you have to do up on the D-pad to then be able to use your special attack. Whoa. Friend? Not friend. Alright. Good to know. Sorry, bud. Oh, you're facing off one of those. Ow! God, you've got so much range on that. Could you not? Okay. Ah! Now we crawl! If only we could do a Samus Aran and turn into a little ball. But alas, we cannot. You know what? I'm gonna let you guys just fight each other for a second. Oh, he's a fast boy. Got him. Okay, whole bunch more biomass. Oh, hang on. Aw, boo. Went down into the sewage for nothing. It looked like there was a thing there. Stay with me a while. Don't want to go alone. Oh, I had a pistol. You're already gone, mate. Long gone. But I have a pistol now, thank you. Why? Oh, that's melee, right. Is it an item? It's an item. Standard firearm with limited range. Not very effective against pallets, but more so against other pests. So, how do I cycle through my items? That just... Ah, okay, right trigger. Gotcha. Alright, well, I might as well use that now. Because it looks like it does actually go back down slightly. Hi, do you hurt me? Possibly. Oh, yeah, that's bad. Straight dead. Okay. Always a better way of doing things. No kidding. Alright, well, we can't go through there. Do I at least... I did get to keep my gun, though, so that's cool. Well, what if we go this way instead? No, that was not what I meant to do. No. Oh, those aren't stairs I can use? Okay. Never mind. I thought I could use the stairs. Ah! Yeah, that's not ground, turns out. Now, what's the bet? I don't have enough stamina to make it across. I do not. Okay, so there is something over to the right that we need to find first. Oh yeah, the ripping tendrils rip you apart. What are the odds? They were just friendly. They were just giving me a, oh, lightsaber duel, go. We got him. They were just giving me little tickles. How many tickles? 10 tickles. That's how many. Ow. Stop it. Yeah, okay, I deserve that for the bad joke. It's fine. Alright, was there something else down here that we could do then? Ah, yes, we could go up this way instead. It feels like the kind of game that might benefit from a map at some point. Oh, ooh! Who are you? Look at you go! That could be me in the future. I also just stole all that biomass. Thank you very, very much. I also don't think I want to face off against you at this point in time. Am I gonna make it? Nope. That's a death? Aw, screw you, game. I know there was land underneath me because that's where I went through before, but also I've got enough biomass now that I can do an upgrade for what it's worth. Let's do vitality. That feels like it might be worthwhile. I'm assuming that will give me more health. And now it's just gonna gently massage my body. Biomass molecules have been compressed. Oh yeah, I've got like half a centimeter's worth of additional health up there. Alright, well, let's go again. Easy peasy. Ah, too slow on the parry. I've never been particularly good at parries in Souls-like games. I always go too early or too late. Something I need to practice. I still need to play Dark Souls 3. I've played through Dark Souls 1, 2, and Bloodborne, but I've not played Demon Souls, and I've not played Dark Souls 3. Alright. Oh no, you are friendly. Okay. Ah, another drifter. Took a wrong turn and found yourself in this decrepit pit. Don't blame yourself, brother. Our choices will always be limited by our experiences. The next best thing to experience is having a friend. We do well to make an alliance and help with each other's load. Sure. Excellent. Take this as a token of good faith in our new allegiance. My loss will be your gain. Grenades, prototype repairs. Thank you. Also have to remember I do have a dodge roll. That will probably come in handy. Yeah, I haven't even used the grenades yet. Try out the shooty boy. Sunlight! Quick! Climb to the top of the bell tower! Ghosts? South Tower Settlement. Just gonna leave now. Nope! Don't want to deal with whatever that was. Hi. Are you friend? Our friend. Ah, a drifter. Are they letting in outsiders again? Or are you just a little sneak? Don't worry, I won't tell. Anything else to tell me? Used to guide prospective pilgrims on their journey. I love meeting so many interesting characters. It's been rather quiet since the borders closed. Oh, I know. I can help you with your journey. What do you want to know more about? Everything. The pilgrimage. Pilgrimage to the lighthouse. This tower was one of the stops for many along their way, ever since the stars fell from the sky, and our people crossed the mountains to this abandoned city. Pilgrims yearn to discover the secrets of the bygone metropolitans. Now, though, the powers at B have closed access to the settlement. You're the first foreigner I've seen in a long time. Okay, it's South Tower. Our little settlement here might be humble. Not much metropolitan infrastructure survived, but the damage to the building has blessed us with this nourishing light. The Red Mother and her legion have taken good care of us. Youths joined her ranks and hunted for biomass in the tunnels. They would escort tourists to the West Tower before the link closed. Lately, security has tightened a lot. Very few people have been allowed in or out of the settlement. Wonder what's going on. I love this. It's a little bit of world building, but without explicitly saying everything. There's enough that's going... There's events that happen in the past that people are aware of and is enough common knowledge that they don't feel the need to talk about it. They just kind of allude to it. Strack, this seems like a game with really solid mechanics but could benefit from a little bit more tutorialization to really get full grasp of those mechanics. I agree. The tutorial is a little bit light, but then if I compare it to something like Dark Souls, it's pretty on par. So I think it will meet the expectations of people going into it, but from a Metroidvania perspective, it could be doing a little bit more. St. Phantom, I love the world design and the story seems interesting, but the gameplay really doesn't feel like something I would enjoy. I think it might get there. This is still early days. It's like trying to judge Ori and the Blind Forest by its early game combat. You just spam a button and things die. Biomass workstations allows to synthesize objects. Pretty much anything as long as you have a schematic and a good amount of biomass as well. Yeah, that biomass itself can be compressed at a workstation, strengthening its properties. Vitality upgrades will expand durability. Endurance upgrades increase stamina. Thought so. Technical skill upgrades melee strength. Mechanical knowledge increases firearm strength. Aha. Okay, that's good to know. Nope, we're good. We're going to use this because it acts as a save and we can resync. Get a little machine massage. All right. Left or right? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Calm down, buddy. I just got here. Why are we fighting on the streets? Jeez, bud. Fucking brutal. I thought that was a safe zone. All right, what is happening here? Thing looks like it's going to absolutely annihilate me. Some officers managed to trap this drone. We've been doing some research, and by that, I mean we've just been vacantly looking at it. Yeah, it seems about right. But yes, we have made some observations. In contrast to the rest of the technology in this city, it looks ancient in comparison. Where could it have come from? Okay. So yeah, there's some kind of disaster that's happened here that we don't have enough context for. Look at it. It's so determined to continue its trajectory, like all the others. To the eye of the lighthouse, like bugs. Just don't get it. They get consumed by the fireball. The same fireball that gives us life. Seems rather pointless, doesn't it? Okay, yes, so I cannot get through there. But it did give me a full bar of healing. I think. Can I use it? I can. Okay, yeah, so I can use that to get fully healed, but I can't walk through it. Can I dodge roll? Nay. Alright, let's go to the left then. Okay, are you going to be back? Oh, okay. Well, let's try the gun then. That does not do a lot of damage, but it does enough that it still kills you, and I seem to have infinite ammunition. I am okay with this. Alright, so it looks like the combo meter does go down slowly over time, or potentially if you get hit. I'm sorry, did you just... What the hell? He tossed a grenade and then jumped down after it. That was so freaking cool. I deserved to die there, and I'm not mad about it. Not in the slightest. Not today, buddy. Ow, I didn't mean to climb the ladder. Do I have a plunging attack? No. There we go, gotcha. Okay. That's pretty cool. How am I going to deal with these guys? Let's focus on you first, so that I'm not surrounded. And then we'll fire off a few shots until you die. Thank you. Thank you for the grenade. So, where does this take me? Hut, 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 hut. Oh yeah, look through the window out there. That's freaking cool. Shotgun? Alright. Oh yeah, no, I can't take that, can I? Course not. Right. More friends! Lightsaber Jew, away! Pew pew! Okay, so they do have a very limited range on the weapons. And it doesn't build up your combo meter either. So while you can use the gun, you won't be able to heal. Thankfully, you can use these to your advantage. Okay. Yeah, get down. Okay, so the combo meter goes down if you attack and miss. Interesting. Are you hostile? No. You're just a dude. You're an evil dude. Ah, what the? I'm sorry. Bloody sneak attack. Alright, get out of here. Holy heck. Super Tony the Tiger, how you doing? How's the game? Pretty good so far, actually. I'm really enjoying the vibes of it. Curious to see where it goes from like an exploration aspect, but everything so far has been really solid. Oh, okay, we're doing it now. Let's go. Ow, I just got shot point blank. Cool. It definitely rewards precision, which is something I am not doing. Quiet and agility plus. Oh yeah, that's a temporary boost item. Gotcha. Gotcha again and again. And now you're dead. Sucks to be you. Kind of just want to keep going up and see what we find. We've got 3 minutes. Raven, are we doing another game of this? Yes, we'll do one more game, I think, for today's stream. Dodge that. Ouch. That hurt. Oh, I can use that, and then I can heal. Gets us some back. Cool. Woo! Sorry, bud. Did I miss a part of the story, or the reason others attack is just because it's explained? I think it's because we're a stranger. I think it's because there's just a lot of aggression around. You're going to come to life and attack me, aren't you? No, but you will. Oh, yeah, there he is. Gotcha. Well, looks like my gun wins. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ow, that goes behind him as well. That's just a little bit rude. Oh, you've got a lot of health. Dodge that. One more hit and I am dead. Oh, Jesus. I seem to be running low on ammo or something, because, ow, half the time the gun's not working. Oh, it uses stamina. I didn't see that. Fine. That's cool, though. I like that they upped the difficulty there. I think the only thing that's disappointed me so far is that Metroidvania-style upgrades have been few and far between. I would have liked to have seen something else there. Combat is tight, but I'm not sure parries are quite rewarding enough. Alright, where does this go then? We went up before. Where does this take me? Who knows? There's something else here because the music changed. Okay, that's a workstation that's broken. East Tower Link is out of bounds for the moment. No one's allowed through without authorization. Who are you anyway? There's only one drifter welcome in this settlement, and you're not him. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now. Oh! Oh! No, 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 I'm going, I'm going! I talked to him too much! Okay, that's cool. That's freaking cool. I love little touches like that where characters actually respond to your interactions in that way. Holy cow. Dusk, why do you have a killer Roomba game as the YouTube auto-generated game description? Because that's the game that we started off today's stream with. We do need to vote now, though, if you want to see more of this or move on to something else. This game has piqued my curiosity for sure. So I'd be interested to see what your thoughts and feelings on it are. As it's pretty solid with its aesthetics, presentation, its combat. It's all up there, and I think if you like dystopian, post-apocalyptic future style settings, and have been looking for a Metroidvania / Souls-like game in that vibe, this could 100% be up your alley. There's some dark undertones to it, but it's not explicit with it. So like, while the deaths can be brutal in terms of how quickly you die, they're not brutal in the way that they're presented graphically, which I kind of appreciate. Does Grail ever continue wheel games after the stream? Do you mean for the channel or just personally? Because if you're talking personally, sometimes yes. Sometimes I will actually go and finish playing through it on my own because I've enjoyed it. Not very often though. I think one of the last games I did it with was... Nope, the name's gone from me now. It was like a Slavic folklore style one, about an old man who was trying to like put his wife to rest or something. And he had like a little staff with used the power of light. Can't remember the name of it. Someone will probably remember. That game was cool. I ended up playing through the rest of that off stream. But sometimes people will vote and we'll get them back to back. This is not one of them. A couple of people did want to see more, but unfortunately majority said no thank you, it's time for something else. This is a game that I would be tempted to come back to just to see what direction it goes in. I'm also curious to see like how long the game is. But for something that feels like it's maybe either a solo dev or at the very least a small dev team, it's a very well built, well presented game. It feels like a very streamlined and curated experience that I appreciate. It's got a lot of positive reviews. Most people 43 hours, 13 hours, 30-ish hours. There's a few people that bounce off it within the first hour or two, but it looks like if you put in more than that, you're probably going to go through it and enjoy it. Yeah. Very impressive. I quite like it. Looks like a real hidden gem if you're a fan of the aesthetics and of the genre. It could be worth checking out. What else did I miss there? Ascent Phantom, another game going on your list. Actually kind of interested in this one. Fair enough. Greg, I need to ask, did the Roomba one Roomba First Blood? No. It was Justice Sucks. We were playing this one. Justice Sucks Tactical Vacuum Action. Maple Tree, I have a soft spot for Salt and Sanctuary, so this may be interesting. Stealth Loss. Yes, that's the one that I was looking for. Thank you very much. That was definitely the game that I was talking about earlier. And what was... what I wanted to look at? What I was looking at? I was going to check the price, because Biomass was $21.95. Not bad, considering what seems to be the playtime for it. I would definitely say, like, if you're intrigued, pick it up on sale for sure. But I think it is probably worth its price. Especially if you consider, like, they're charging $11.50 roughly for the OST, which if you bundle that in, because you're already getting the OST when you play through the game, you get to listen to it. The game's basically $10 with a $10 OST. That feels all right to me. All right, let's move on because we need to play one more game for today. So thank you very much, Domine, for the submission. Biomass was fantastic. I quite like that. I'm going to jump back to here and spin both. All right, Dusk, hope you are ready to go because we're going to be getting started shortly on the final round of bingo for today. And we're going to be playing Eclept. Oh, okay. This one I have heard of. Who submitted it, though? That's the question. This was from Raven's Flight. Hey, there we go. I'm not sure if that's the same as that Darn Raven or if that... No, Dusk is the other one. So this is Raven who actually submitted it. We'll be doing a 6x6 so we can just scramble and clear everyone's cards. No need to change that. So this one will be worth 2 points as well. Yeah, this game recently came out. I have seen a little bit of gameplay of it to know a little bit of what it's about. But if you haven't heard of it, this one apparently is quite the little hidden gem. Kleps, a grim adventure where the king is destroying his own city and you must stop him. To survive, you must navigate the game board, hunt down and eliminate his accomplices, and frame others to draw the king's wrath away from yourself. So from a bingo perspective, we have definitely less than 200 reviews. It was released on the 19th of December, 2025. So it's only been out for a month and a half. It's not been out for long. It is the same developer and publisher. They have made more than one game. They also did My Best Nightmare, which, that's an interesting name. Go with that. Tags a dark dungeon crawler, resource management, and puzzle. Interesting combination. Did we spin the wheel? Yes, we did. We're doing the 6x6 again. Oh, they had Adder's gone. Raven, such bad timing. Sorry, Dusk. So far, we have less than 200 reviews. We have released after 2020. We've got a very positive rating, and it's the same developer and publisher. I think I'm going to want to use keyboard and mouse for this one, so let's gear that back up on the chair. Let's have a look at the trailer, shall we? The presentation style reminds me of Buckshot Roulette. In that, you know, you're physically in a room, you're interacting with the environment, but then there's this additional, like, 2D pixel art game. Oh, there's another game similar to it as well called, like, Hand of Fate, I think? Yeah, and Inscription. It reminds me of those kinds of games as well. Yeah, Inscription. Apparently the game design is unique. How some of the puzzles work. Only on Steam and Itch. Thank you for checking, Solo. So I don't mind a game being like heavily inspired by another game that's been successful. Like that's kind of how a lot of things work. Games will take inspiration from other games and then put their own little unique twist on it. So if it's an Inscription like, that's fine by me. I say that having never played Inscription. I know another game that I need to, but we'll get there someday. I think the only thing that kind of catches my eye on this is the slightly clashing art style of like having the young boy with the baseball cap, but then everything else is stylized medieval stuff. It feels a little bit at odds with itself, but I'm picking up what the game's putting down. The trailer is more than a minute, so we don't get a tile for that one this time. No luck. Correct though, Solo, we do get pixel art. I'm going to call that a dialogue box down the bottom. It's the closest we're going to get to it. No, I can't say with confidence that we've got currency. I think we do have health because there's a heart thing up here. Yeah, no, we've got health and we've got currency for sure. We've definitely got pixel art. There we go. That's definitely dialogue box. I don't even have to shoehorn it in. That is 100% a dialogue box. Interesting. We do have a demo. It is early access. It is technically more than $10 because it's $10.25. We only have one achievement, so we don't get that one. It does have controller compatibility though, and it has been wishlisted by 3 friends. We have additional languages. No developer website or YouTube linked. We do have gifts in the description. Do we have unique? We have it somewhere. Where is it? There. What's the current state of the early access version? 17 unique locations. So price will go up later. They're planning on doing more content over time as well. Interesting. $8.99 Canadian. Didn't realize Australian dollar was that different. Yeah, but like fluctuates between 10 and 20% difference, I think, between Australian dollar and Canadian dollar. Daniel, yeah, there's just so many good games out there. It's hard to play them all. I know. It's just there's never enough time between working full time, trying to make content for the channel, and playing the games required for that. I get very little time to play games that I actually want to play, especially when more often than not, when I'm done with content creation and that kind of stuff, I just want to play a game with my wife, which means that most single player stuff is out. That's just how it is sometimes. Ask all devs to stop. Yeah, come on. Like, everyone needs to go catch up on their backlog, and then once per year, they should just release all the games at once. Like, when they do like the yearly game expos, everyone should just like hold onto their games, and then rather than the game expo being like, oh, here's a bunch of trailers and demos you can go and play, just be like, no, that is when everyone releases their game at the same time. Oh, perfect. Nothing to worry about. Also, hey Neo, how you doing? Yeah, no downsides at all. Maple Tree have confirmed developer YouTube and website seems to not exist. Fascinating. You'd think they'd have some kind of socials out there. Maybe they're just present on X or something like that. Super Tone Tiger got stuck in Inscription and never finished it. That's the problem with these kind of like difficult puzzle style games. All right, I think we've done everything we can on here. We'll have to get into it. They've LinkedIn. Does it count? No, it does not, I'm afraid. All right, we're going to buy it. And we're going to put you guys over to a holding screen for a sec. Background music. Have a crack at another Wordle. I'll get this done. This will be our last game for today. And I'm kind of excited for this one. It looks really cool. I dig the aesthetic. It's like fantasy, but dark fantasy. And from what I've heard, the puzzle mechanics are quite deep. Not too complex, just deep. Let's see, let's check the file size. That was a pretty quick download. File size is 270 megabytes. No luck on that one. Raven, I asked a question on the bingo thing. Message was too long for you. Oh, sorry. Girl, can I resubmit a game soon since Romeo is a Dead Man releases on the 11th and I want you to experience the pure LSD trip that is a Suda 51 game. I do want to play some more Suda 51 games. You can submit one game multiple times to the wheel. That's totally fine. Also, if you want to change your game for the month, just send it through on the Discord bot a second time. It'll always overwrite what you've currently put in. So, in short, yes. Daniel, want to continue Bakery Girl, but I'm just so bad at this type of game. What is Bakery Girl? I have not heard of it. Oh, Fyok, thank you. I missed that one. Also, welcome back. I thought you were heading out. I must have missed that you popped back in again. Yes, there were no related games at the top. So mark off Grail misses something. Because I did miss that. The related games are Clover Pit, Phasmophobia, Outer Wilds, and Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm going to say related games are unrelated. No, they've done more than one game. They'd also made My Best Nightmare. They have made more than one game, Solu. Even though this one's technically early access, but you can buy it, so it counts. It is technically released. There we go. Got your friend request, Maple. Thank you for that. Alright, how you guys going here? Crane and Ghost hasn't given you much to work with. Time to just spam more letters and see what you get. What's the worst that could happen, right? I guess whatever game that is got kicked by my preferences because I didn't see it myself. Oh, that's unfortunate. But yeah, no, they've got 2 games out, technically. Daniel, it's a futuristic military strategy game, kind of like Fire Emblem, but more zombie mutants and gore. And it's called Bakery Girl? Forgive me for being slightly confused by that. In what world is a game called Bakery Girl about futuristic military zombies?
$2 Canadian to the war funds. Thought I had more spoons.
Oh, I see, Fuke. Not enough spoons, so couldn't go to Friday Night Magic. I am slightly confused about that. Please explain the spoons reference. What does spoons have to do with Magic the Gathering? There's a link here that I am missing. The full title is Reverse Collapse Codename Bakery Girl. Daniel, I know you're trying to give me more context. That's... No. Oh, spoons and autism thing. Yes, thank you, Hydrocinny. I know what you're talking about. Yes. It was motto, unfortunate. Just missed it. But yes, thank you. No, I have seen the spoons explanation before. So thank you for explaining that and elaborating on that. I did not join the dots on there. No, yeah, you got to be aware of what your available energy and resources are to spend on any one day and allocate accordingly. I think it's a nice way of looking at things. I think the only thing it doesn't necessarily account for is that there's sometimes some things require bigger spoons than others. Yeah. 2 double letters is crazy. The file size was less than a gig. So no luck on that one, I'm afraid. The other way I've heard it explained is managing hot stoves when it comes to being able to do specific tasks. Some things are a hot stove, and you don't want to touch it, and that's okay. All right, let's get into the game and see what else we can find, because we've not got a bingo yet. See what else we can grab. Also, just checking, do we have anyone new hanging out in the chat today? Even if you're just lurking, please let us know if this is your first stream that you've attended, because people get a bingo card for that. Also, I was not paying attention. Did we have a developer logo there? I'm not sure. I might have missed it. I think it was some kind of warning. Okay. What is happening with my mouse, and why does it keep jumping back to the center of the screen? Is it because it's detecting a controller? I think so. All right, well, we have a bug straight up. Please go ahead and mark that one off, because I'm sure you can see my mouse there. It keeps going back to the center of the screen because I have a controller connected. So that's a bug. That'll be one for the developers to tackle later. Settings. We have camera sway, which I'm glad we can turn off. That is an accessibility option, the fact that we can turn it off, because that can make people feel very motion sick. We have separate sound sliders. It did not detect the correct resolution. Let's go ahead and bump that right up. Well, let's check the windowed mode. The windowed mode didn't center on the screen, so that's not a great start. Oh god, and the cursor keeps getting locked back to it. Can you please? No? Okay, well that's definitely bugged. Sky's redeeming a free space. Go ahead, tell me what you want to redeem, and everyone else go ahead and mark off redeem something. Alright, we have to do full screen because windowed is bugged. Sky is redeeming new person in chat. Alright, everyone can mark that one off as well. Tutorial was so bad. Oh, Anna Malila, yes, of course, you and you. Welcome, by the way. Thank you for hanging out for the stream. Panda, I need you to come back up. And Sky is also redeeming bingo. Okay. It's a good. Been behaving herself pretty well today. Normally when she gets up it's because she's hungry and wants something to eat anyway. So we'll give her a couple of treats and she'll be happy with it. Look at her go. Hang on, one sec. Can I get out of that so I can actually move my mouse? God, why is it locked? I can't move it across to the other screen now because the game's in full screen. Oh, this is breaking everything. There we go. Because I can do this. There we go. Look at us. Just enjoying some crunches. Have I played Killer 7 yet? No! I have not. When it comes to any game, if you're asking if I've played it, the answer is probably no, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can't move the microphone close enough for you to get some kitty crunching ASMR. So much crunching going on. Alright, let's pop that back. Alright, so we're going to have to use the controller for this one then. Now to proceed to eat. No! What do you mean to eat thy cat? I am not eating a cat. Unless you're talking to the cat. Thy cat must eat. I also can't move the cursor down to the apply button, so I'm just going to hope that that's worked. Oh, sorry, I need to verify Sky's bingo. I almost forgot because I was busy treating the cat. Where are we? Sky. Puke was down the bottom. There, Sky. Ooh. Managed to get it all on the left-hand side. We have health, less than 200 reviews, new person in chat, additional languages, glitch or bug found, and separate sound sliders. Very nice. That is indeed a bingo and 2 bingo points for you. Also, if I recall correctly, Sky, you were trying to save up funds for a Steam Deck, no? Unless I've gotten things mixed up. I feel like you were. I'm curious to know how that's going. Have you managed to purchase it or is still in saving mode at the moment? Eat cat or eat cat. Yes, the presence or absence of a comma does make a big difference there. Oh, you did get one. Nice. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Most people I've heard that have managed to get their hands on a Steam Deck have actually been quite enjoying it. It's perfect. I'll be honest, I think that I'm keen for is the new Steam VR headset, the Steam Frame. I would love to get my hands on that to try it out. Because I have a Quest 2 headset, but it looks like the Steam Frame is a big upgrade in hardware from there. And I think it'd be kind of fun to do a bit more stuff in VR. Yeah, Daniel, that's okay. Bingo can't treat everyone nicely. It always plays favorites. Let me make sure I give out the points. Guy's got 2 there. I need to update it on the leaderboard as well. Go. Sky with 2 points there. Nice. Sky, I'd love that as well, not gonna lie. My VR setup really needs an upgrade. VR is such a thing where, like, it still feels like it has so much potential to become something bigger than it is. I still think there's going to be some amazing stuff that happens in that space in the future. We're not there yet. It's still a little ways off. I think what we might see in the future is, you know how you can get, like, gaming PC cafes that are set up with rows of computers? I think in the future we'll probably see dedicated VR setups, because VR standalone is okay. When you've got it hooked up to an actual powerful machine to make the graphics more realistic and believable, that makes a big difference, that feeling of immersion. When you can then combine that with some form of body tracking or haptics or a one of those treadmills that you can actually physically move in space, that's where you get fully immersed. Oh, Neo's saying that kind of stuff already exists. Well, not in Australia. Not yet anyway. There's a couple of places you can go for events and large group activities to do like room scale VR stuff, but nothing with like just small dedicated booths to do that. And that's where I feel like VR might work, because VR, I think, is hard to get to work really well unless you have a dedicated space at home to be able to play it. So making those spaces available in public areas as something to rent or use for a temporary period feels like it makes more sense. But maybe that's just me. Anyway, enough yapping. Let's have a look at your claps, shall we? 30 minutes on the clock. Let's see what it's doing. That's a cool animation. Look to the left. Imagine if it just jump scared straight away. Jeez. Player's pawn. Okay. I will take that. And we put it on the board, I'm guessing. Maybe? Ooh, okay. We are straight into a little game. Okay. There's a shiny thing in the middle, and then there's like left, up, down, right. Okay. Dice machine. The main way to move across the board. Okay. Coin, a door, and that just says your turn. Can't access that. There is no tutorial. I love this. Okay. The vibes are good, but what's happening here? Okay. Left bumper. 1. Okay, select a cell. Well, it looks like it's a predetermined path, so I can't actually select anything. We go. I got a coin. Ah, okay, and then it moves us into the room. Gotcha. Huh. Hello? What? You want to move on? Then you have to buy end turn button from me. Go to the trade section with this character. Okay. Section for purchasing goods to fight the king. Yeah, okay. Rough. That's kind of rough. The first dialogue box was actually the shopkeeper talking to us. This dialogue box is suddenly not. That, like, pick a tone and go with it. Either I'm talking to a character or I'm not. Pick one. We'll buy the end turn button. Okay. There it is. We have it. I push the button and something else happens. Ooh, yeah, nope, that way, down. Yep, nope, that way. Thank you. There we go. I guess we just go again because there's no one else to take a turn. Also, how is this die supposed to work? It doesn't... You can never get the numbers on the side. So is this just like a 1 through 4? You can't get a 5 or a 6? It looks like because it's a tutorial mode, it's forcing us to roll 1s so that we land on each tile. Hey. Hello. What's behind the door? Nothing. But we opened it and went to the door tile. I see. Now that one has a trap on it, so we roll again. We rolled another 1, so we're going to land on it. Okay. A skip turn token consumes the dice machine roll. And a heart. Okay. So, okay, I can't do that. I have to end my turn. Oh, but we can go up here. And found a lockpick. So it's kind of like you use the board as a way to travel around the game world and make things happen. Curious. Alright, so that was my forfeited turn. And I can't do anything else, so we end turn. Gotcha. Turn 2. Roll. Steal a 1, that's fine. Can't select a cell. Wait, what was that? Can I? Maybe I can. Well, I think I want to stop on that one anyway. Ooh. Hi! Look important. No! You need to get out of here as fast as you can. I'll give you a device that will help you return. Path Director. Even the king obeys it. And now, set me free. Okay. Done. Hey, and they're on the board with us now. Okay. We freed the princess, but why am I suspicious? Can't change movement direction on your own. You will need a special item for that. Here, take it. Use it by opening your inventory with back. Arrow reverses movement direction. I see. So that's how we're going to avoid going into a pit. So we'll use that. That turns us around. Okay. I'm not quite understanding how the dice mechanic works. I think you can always roll once, but sometimes you can roll more than once. Alright, so we move back to there. Oh, hello. And his guards completely ignore the movement rules. I'm not sure, but I think they move strictly vertically. And also, is that blood? Don't tell me you stumbled into one of his traps on the way here. Why didn't you say so sooner? Here, take this bandage. Use it right now to patch yourself up. Bandage. Okay, sure. We'll use that. That's better. So, like I was saying, he is literally obsessed with immortality, and it's somehow connected to the end turn button. Yes, I know it sounds completely insane, but it's true. We've been sitting here for a while. We shouldn't stay in one place for too long. Okay. Oh, that's new. Oh no, do you see it too? That's the king's rage indicator. It shows the minimum and maximum number of tiles the king will move on his next turn. Its appearance is a very bad sign. We must not delay. Well, I'm going to delay. Anything else to say? We need to move on. 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 Okay, sure. I can't roll, so let's end the turn. Oh, hello. Ooh. Alright, that flips that back round. King dreams of immortality. He's now on the tile, and he has taken my end turn button. Huh. That's a knife. Ow. Okay. So the princess is dead now. Interesting. Obtained an arrow. I'll kill you. Stern. You bastard. Okay, that's fun. I think it's time that we leave. We don't want to go forward, I don't think. So, hang on. Do we have... Okay, we can use the arrow to reverse movement. Does that apply to both of us? I've rolled a 1. We go to here. Is he just pulling the finger at me? Jeez. Okay. I can't end my turn, though. What? There's nothing I can do. Oh, no, wait, hang on. I'm in the game. Aha. Ooh. We unlocked a thing. Your goal is to defeat the king. To do this, you'll need to find all his accomplices and slip a conspirator's dagger to each of them. Okay. Each night, the king kills one of the 16 townsfolk. If you fail to plant a dagger on someone in time, an innocent is guaranteed to die. Why is this going like a werewolf on us? Locate accomplices using torches. If there is at least one accomplice in the lit area, the entire zone will glow red. If it glows green, there are definitely no accomplices nearby. Don't forget to check the houses of the slain townsfolk. Besides daggers, you may find other tools to aid you in your fight against the king. Visited houses are marked with the blue star token. You can safely step onto a tile occupied by an enemy pawn. An attack only occurs when an enemy pawn steps onto your tile. Remember that when day breaks, several random tiles switch places. The tile has 5 pawns on it. All pawns there except the king, the sun, and the player's pawn are removed. Okay, so we need to give daggers to the conspirators, and the torches let us find where the accomplices are. Okay, that's enough I think to know for now. We still can't end our turn though. Oh, okay. Now we've got the bigger board. Okay. Hello. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're walking around without an end turn button? No, my friend, you won't last a single turn without one. Here, take this, and don't lose it this time. Okay, we have the button back. Gotcha. Kill the king? You're thinking the same thing I am, but it won't be that easy. He's protected by accomplices who blend in with ordinary people. This is a torch. Take it. If there's at least one accomplice in the lit areas, the zone will turn red. If it turns green, then there are definitely no accomplices nearby. Try using it right now. Okay. Torch. Fake torch. Shows how to use a real torch. Use. Okay, so red means there is an accomplice in one of those three. Now, kill one of them. Stand on their tile and use this dagger. It won't kill the person on the tile you're standing on, it will only mark them. The death will only occur when night falls. Ah, go on kid, use the dagger on a tile ahead. Alright, so we jump back out of this. And I actually can't move. Oh, but can I just use the dagger? Yes. Not on me, use the dagger on one of the tiles ahead. Here's another one. Use it where required. Okay, that's nice. But I can't use it, so I think I have to end my turn and then move. Okay. One, that's fine. Oh, okay, so it's clockwise paths on the different circles. I see. So possibly an accomplice here. Hello. Looks exactly like the king. Should we use the dagger then? Or should we roll again? I don't know. Let's use the dagger. What's the worst that could happen, right? Target is marked. Nothing more for you to do. Wait for nightfall for the kill to happen. So I guess that's where we just end turn. Oh. The sun! It governs day and night in this world. Weird, it does that in a few worlds. Now that you mention it. Okay, so that's the day-night cycle round that way as well? Well done, right on target. But in a real encounter, it will be harder. You'll need more torches to avoid making a mistake and killing a civilian. There's no direct penalty, of course, but there's nothing good about it either. Let's summarize. Use torches to find an accomplice and daggers to mark them. When night falls, that scum will be worm food. You've learned what I have to give, now good luck. And we have a fancy door. Okay, and now we've got a bunch more symbols and things going on. First accomplice, hiding among civilians. Second accomplice, eliminate him to weaken the king. Hey Panda. Bye. Alright. Hello. Loyal servant of the king who has not yet lost his sanity, unlike his master. Reputation, job, trade, leave. Reputation. Reputation, butler. Reward for completion. New item available for sale. Plush king. Price 1. King will only move one cell forward on his next turn. Okay, well, we need a coin. We don't have any. Job. Work for the resident of the cell. Skip a turn, but get a coin. Trade. Section of forbidden goods. Path to the castle. Instantly teleports you to the king's castle cell when used. +1 skip turn. Or we could buy a torch for 3. There's at least one accomplice in the area. Place a suspicion token on all tiles. Is it worth doing the job for there's only one coin though, and we need 3 for a torch. I think we just move on for now and see what's happening. Okay. Oh, and we've got like a snake-like pattern that we're following. So sure, there's only one that we can move to, so we'll go to the mines. Hi. A miner who extracts bloody ore, a material prized by the nobility. Reputation miner. Reward for completion. New item available for sale. Shortcut. Okay, allows you to move around. Job. Sure, let's work. I think we need money, right? I'm gonna skip 2 turns, but I feel like that's worthwhile. End turn. Okay. That's the day-night thing, just moving around. Sky, you had a turn, apparently. So it doesn't matter. That's end of turn. That's a townsman. It's now nighttime. Oh! That seems like it's bad for me. The king's right there. I feel like I should have moved further. King, hello. I get stabbed. Ow. What? A straight game over? What? Okay, well, I did something wrong there. Okay, let's try again. Not how I thought that was going to go. Alright. Do I have to do the tutorial again? Oh, I already know. Get straight to the point. How do I select that? Yes. Okay. Alright. Find and kill all the accomplices. Hiding among the civilians. Yes. Eliminate him to weaken the king. Yeah. So I'm guessing the king always spawns at the castle. So we do actually kind of want to move away from here to give ourselves some breathing room first. Can I roll anything other than a 1, please? For the love of God. Okay, so there's a coin on that tile. I see. So some tiles just naturally have coins on them. Right. I move along. A 3, there we go. So can I choose? It still says select to sell. There, cathedral, city gates, or the square. Let's go to the city gate so we're on the same one as the townsman. Okay. What can we do here? Townsman moves 1 for... okay, cool. We actually get to see them. That's kind of cool. An elite mercenary who was on his way to fulfill yet another contract. Reputation. Ward of completion. New item available. Sale. Bag. Price 3. Creates a coin collector. All coins it gathers are counted as yours. Don't understand how that works, and I don't have 3 coins to be able to buy it. You have a job. Okay, we'll get 1 coin, and then we will move on. Staying here for too long seems like a bad idea. We're trying to kind of figure out the rules as we go. There we go. See? Turn. Sky. Okay, yeah. So the king did still spawn there. Good to know. Someone died. Oh, yes, because the king kills someone every night. Well, our turn skipped anyway, so let's just do that. King moved 1. Cool. That's the day-night cycle. Somehow hopped over there. That's fine. Please more than a 1. 3. Okay. Need to stay ahead of the king. Let's go home. Why not? Right. What's here? Hi, friend. A distant relative. Nothing remarkable about him. Die 6. The die will roll a 6 next time. That's kind of cool. Why does it say price 2 but required 1 coins? Oh, it makes the item available for sale. It doesn't give me the item. I would then have to spend another 2 coins later to buy it. Let's do 1 more. So I've got 3 coins. So I've got an opportunity to actually buy a torch when I next see one. Okay. Animalila, thank you for stopping by. Have a great rest of your day, whatever you're up to. I appreciate you being here and checking out the stream. We stream every week, so hopefully I'll see you again next time. Alright, so we have to end turn. Townsman's making his way. Day-night cycle keeps going. Alright, and now I can actually... No, I have to skip this turn. Yeah. You just stay there, little king. What does the blue swirly thing mean? Okay. Let's keep going. Okay, we can go to the cartographer's home or a park. Go to the cartographer's home. There we go. Hi. Houndsman's just hanging out. Guard moves vertically, attacks if he steps on the same tile as player. Okay, good thing he was already here, otherwise that would have hit me. Cartographer of distant lands. Since all this began, his craft has lost any value. Reputation. What? Broken ladder, price 1. Places a marker on the current cell. When the king steps on it, swaps the owner's cell with the marked one. Okay, so it's like tile manipulation. Raid. Music box and a torch. There we go. But I also need a dagger. Don't think I have. Hang on, do I actually just have items? Nope, just coins. Okay. So I do have to do some work. I can at least buy the torch. That'll do for now. Okay. Not gonna work for you. I want to try and gain a little bit more ground, I think. Yeah, Panda, you're fine. Oh! He made it all the way to me! That's unfortunate. Please don't tell me I'm just straight dead. What was I supposed to do? So far, my impression of Yclept is it makes me feel inept. Like, there's something here that I'm missing from a gameplay perspective. I don't know what. I'm just going to let Panda out 1 second. You're out? Bye. Like, there's some mechanic here that I'm missing. Like, I understand the thing of, like, get the torches, get the dagger, find the accomplice, stab them. But what's happening in between? Okay, and there's things on here so I can choose to do the tutorial. No, we'll skip the tutorial. I'm guessing other things appear there later as well. Ooh. Like, I'm enjoying the vibes of this, but it's a bit obtuse with what it's trying to do. Like, I'm not just dumb, right? I mean, I could be. That's happened before. But the fact that I can go from, like, 3 health to instantly dead doesn't feel good. Obviously, I need to spend the first few towns just putting more distance between myself and the king. Which is all down to luck at the end of the day. Cool. City gates we go. We know there's nothing there for us, so we'll just end turn and keep going. Guy goes. It's now nighttime. The king is on patrol. Someone just got stabbed. I think it was a guard. Okay, well, that's the only cell that we can go to. Let's see if there's anything here, shall we? Hi. Oh yeah, there's the guard. Royal executioner who daily frees the world of those the king deems unworthy. Oh, there's going to be a few of those. King mask. Enter the player's turn immediately. Get 8 coins, but skip 3 turns. Jeez. He does have a bloody cube. Removes all skipped turn penalties at the cost of a health. And a torch. Well, I think we can't afford anything. I guess we keep rolling. End turn. Oh, lovely. He's putting traps down. Go there. Right. And I just have to make sure I move more than one. Well, that'll do. Fine. Okay. Keep moving. Look at us go. We got a coin. Health is in case the king's pawns attack and him catching up is insta-kill. It seems to be that way. Like, he just killed his own guard there. So it's worth us just moving. Wow, 1. Lucky me. Still, I found another coin. Closer than I would like. I'm guessing he only moves at night, so once we get back to day, we should be theoretically safe. Okay, what else do we have here? Dungeon entrance, port, library. I'm going to go all the way forward. What's on this tile? Hi. Having miserably lost the race for wealth and success, this old man is now forced to sleep wherever he can and eat whatever he finds. Reward for completion, pure cube, price 1, removes all skip turn penalties and all coins. Jeez. It could be useful. Job is same. Trade. Got a torch. He has a box. Destroys a trap on a tile ahead. I think we have to get the other stuff first, right? The thing is, the game's not told me enough or given me enough guidance or, like, revealed enough for me to be able to form any kind of tactics at this point. Put down another something. Alright, it is now daytime. Some tiles get swapped around. Cool. The king is still there, so it's now just forever a race of us versus them. Alright, well, I think we want to land on the market. There's a coin there. Yeah. We'll take that. What's in the market? Oh, dead people. Ooh, but there's also a secret. Found more coins and a conspirator's dagger. Okay, we got a freebie. Nice. Okay, so sometimes there's other things hiding on those tiles. Yeah, we can loot the victims, which is what we just did. Okay. Townsman goes. Day goes. Right. Now we need to find a torch. Prison. King's Castle. We don't land on the mine because there's a trap there which will hurt us. To the King's Castle it is, I guess. Right. Have anything for sale that is useful? Yes, you have a torch. We will take that. In fact, we will use it and see if that gives us anything helpful, I guess. Okay, if there's at least one accomplice in the area, place suspicion token on all tiles. Okay, so one of those 3 has an accomplice. Interesting. That kind of helps. Well, they're dead. And he's gone as well because he hit the trap. Let's just hope we don't roll a 1. Nice. Okay. To the square. Yeah, there's no penalty for killing a civilian, but we also don't have many daggers, so I think we kind of want to get another torch first, maybe? Hard to say. Right. Got the bloody cube. For a torch. I don't think we want that yet. No, I think we're good. I might do a job this turn. Yeah, to get the extra coin. And then I can actually trade and get the torch already, so I'm 1 ahead on that. Okay. We leave. I could use the torch here, and that will verify if... Ooh, would it? Ah. Because if I use the torch and it puts down 3 red tokens, it still doesn't guarantee that the one to the left has an assailant in it that I need to, an accomplice in it. It could be more complex. Is it worth it? Is it not? Well, either way, I can't really do anything else this turn, so let's just end that. I feel like it kind of is. It might give me more information. Ah, because it could also turn it green, which would narrow down. Yeah, okay, I think it's worth doing. I think it's worth doing. Let's do the torch. Okay, I'm going to guess that, yeah, this one in the bottom left has an accomplice in it that we need to murder. I'm aware we're out of time. We're going to keep going until either I win or we die, because it's the last one for this stream. Things getting awfully close, and I don't like that. Oh, cool. Well, that person's dead. Hey. We got a 1. Perfect. We wanted to go to the city gates anyway. Which button is it? That one. There we go. Hello. You're an elite mercenary. You're an elite mercenary who's going to die. Here, could you just hold this knife for me, please? Thank you. Very kind. I don't think there's anything else I want to do here. I think I want to keep moving. Raven, hello! Yes, you did submit this game. You came in at just the right time to be able to see me fail terribly at it. Okay, that moving around. Spin. 2. Lovely. Let's just do maximum movement for now. Slums. Man without a home, family, or trade, driven to shady deals in order to survive. Buy a skip turn, unlocks the skip turn button. I don't think that's too useful. Job is still just a 1 and a 1. No, I think we just keep moving. Go on, King. Oh, jeez, that was a 3. You are too close behind me. Hey! 1 or a 2. There's an eye. I don't think I want an eye. Maybe I do want an eye. I don't want an eye does. An eye for an eye. A kill for a kill. Let's take the eye. Let's see what it does. Oh, there's a trap there. Was there? Did I miss it? I think I might have stepped in a trap. Okay, you're fine. What is... I don't know what the eye does. Maybe the eye was bad. Okay. Don't really have anything I want. What does the swirly thing in the middle mean? Oh, hello. Please go away. You are... He's going to roll between a 3 and a 7 next? How am I meant to not die? I guess maybe if he just doesn't land on the same tile as me? Run. Okay. You're wearing a tree. Why? A city madman who calls himself the branch man. Ah. He must work in a bank. He's a branch manager. That joke was terrible and I am not sorry. Here's a laurel branch. Grants 1-time protection from the king. If only I could afford that. Now what? No, because it's still an item for sale. For trade, he's got bandages and a torch. The only thing I have to do is take jobs, which isn't going to help me. So, I guess what I want to see is here. Will I die just because he catches up to me, or does he have to land on my exact tile? So if he gets a 4... Yeah, I'm dead. Nothing I can do. Yeah... I don't know if I'm vibing with this. Saint Phantom, yeah, I think I agree. Like, there's definitely a time for the skip turn thing, but it's not going to help me here. I kind of dig what this game is doing, but I think it's a little too fine between being a roguelike and being a puzzle game. And it's unfortunately falling on the side that's not satisfying or fun to play. Which is a shame, because I love its aesthetics and what it's trying to do. There's a couple of bits of feedback that I would have for the dev here. Firstly, I think there needs to be a bit more explanation around the rules of the game. to kind of help understand what's going on, because although I played through the tutorial, I'm still feeling a bit lost about quite exactly what's happening and what I should be aiming to do. So I think having a little bit more tutorial to play through goes, okay, well, on a larger map, here's what it would look like if you want to be successful. Because playing on the 2x2 initially in the tutorial, it got me familiar with the controls and some of the core concepts, but not enough to understand how to win. The other thing that feels a little bit off is having the day-night cycle be on the same board map as everything else makes it feel cluttered. I would almost wonder, considering the only thing it interacts with is basically completing a loop to change between day and night, put it on a separate track that has the same number of tiles and it just moves up and down it, moving between day and night. And that way there's less clutter on the actual board of pieces itself, given that it doesn't seem to interact with anything else. Maybe it does later and there's a different reason for it being there, but my first impression is it just adds visual clutter and noise to the actual game. The other part is that I understand the idea of like trying to find the right people and then have them murdered in order to progress and win. But the level of randomization kind of detracts from that a little bit. I think it'd almost be better to lean more heavily into the puzzle element than the roguelike element. Having the tiles be... Actually, even the tiles aren't necessarily randomized. I think the layout of the tiles was the same between rounds. Maybe I'm thinking there's more randomization at play than there actually is. The dice rolls are obviously randomized, but I think the tiles themselves were not, which would mean that the characters on them and the items themselves are also not randomized. So maybe it's just me not being familiar enough with the rules of the game. I don't know, it's one of those ones where there's definitely a lot going on that gives it a feeling of complexity and depth, but it's almost at the point of it being... What's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like it doesn't want you to understand it. Yeah, perhaps it's which tiles change that's randomized. Yeah, how they rotate at the end of a day definitely would add an element of randomization to it, but I think the initial layout is the same. So I'm not sure, I'm kind of torn between this one. I think there's a certain group of people that will like what it's doing. If you're okay with losing and kind of slowly learning through trial and error, this game, it feels like it's got potential, but it's just not quite hitting the mark yet, and I'm struggling to articulate why. I'm trying to separate my own, I guess, like initial disappointment or frustration with not having any perceived success with the game. But I think it comes down to the fact, like, the fact that I'm failing doesn't feel like it's my fault, because I don't have enough information to know if I'm making good or bad decisions. Like when I pick up any other kind of board game or card game, I can read through the rules and I can generally start to figure out what some optimal moves might be, the way some different things synergize together to start getting an idea of things to try that will lead to success. This game has left me enough in the dark that I don't even know what to do differently to have a better chance of winning. So I think maybe a little help section that does maybe like start to give you some feedback and be able to go, you died and this is why, will help alleviate some of that. Because at the moment I know, all right, I died because the king caught up to me and that means instant death. But what should I be doing differently to stay away from the king? Because he just starts moving faster and faster. So am I meant to prioritize buying items that allow me to change the direction of movement on the board? Because I never saw the arrow item that reverses the direction of movement that we saw in the tutorial. So because I never saw it, I'm like, well, I've got no options. There's nothing I can do. There seems to be other tiles that will allow you to move things around or teleport to locations. Like, should I be prioritizing mobility over the actual goals of the game? And if so, why is that designed in a way where it's so at odds with itself? Teach me more about manipulating the board to move and escape danger in the tutorial, and then teach me how to achieve the actual goals. Because I think that's what's missing at the moment, is I'm relying on the dice rolls to move, but then I'm being punished for earning coins by losing dice rolls, but I need coins to achieve the goals that you want me to achieve. So it feels like by trying to achieve the goal, I am losing. And that's not a good feeling. So I think there's a bit more that needs to be done to explain here how to avoid those certain death situations. All right, we're going to quit the game there. I've ranted for long enough. I think you guys kind of get my impression. I think what we'll do to wrap up is we're going to put some reviews in place. We tried doing this at the end of last stream, and I think people kind of liked it. So we're going to do the same again. Let's go back initially to Justice Sucks. Tactical vacuum action. We played this at the end of last stream, at the start of today. Please throw some thoughts into the chat if you're still here and hanging out. What did you think about the game? What stood out to you? Pros, cons, it can be on either side of the spectrum. But just hearing some keywords and thoughts from you help get some ideas on a page for me as well. Hitman meets... what was the one we spoke about? It was like the werewolf, the were cleaner. I think it was called were cleaner, right? I want to say that what it's called. Were cleaner? Yeah, the were cleaner. Ooh, I should put some background music on. Roomba with a stand, yes. Actually, good point. It's going to be that meets JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's comedic, it's goofy, it's stealthy, and it sucks. Definitely give this a go, especially if you can grab it on sale. There's a lot of love, care, and depth to the gameplay, much more than meets the eye initially. Love it. 10 out of 10. Sucks. Perfect. Cleaning the world one thief at a time. Too true, too true. That is a easy recommend from me. Then we had Kamaeru, a Frog Refuge. This one I thought was very chill vibes, cozy, laid back. Presentation was overall great. Oh, Gray. Woof, my build went sick, nasty, crazy. Oh, Rami, what was it you were playing, Gray? Something for your build to go nasty. Oh, yes, Vampire Survivors. Hell yeah. Fun game. When you get the right build and everything chains together well, it's so satisfying. Super cozy and relaxed game. Loved the art style and presentation. And there seems to be a decent level of depth and complexity to the frog. I'm going to call it collecting, but referring to the breeding. Don't want to call it breeding. It's kind of bad if it's a frog breeding game. Oh, there's Among Us DLC for Vampire Survivors? I did not know that. It's a bit expensive for what appears to be on offer. But if you love this genre, you'll love this game. Simple. It's level 301. Nuts. Alright. Another review done there. Biomass. Biomass was quite cool. I really like what it's doing. Imposter is the best character. Why? What kind of weapon do they start with? Immaculate vibes and atmosphere. Combat is tight, taking cues from Bloodborne by encouraging aggression. Can't really say too much more. Tongue? Oh, good lord. End of the World meets Metroidvania? Yeah. Really is. It's not End of the World, it's a post-apocalyptic. The post-apocalyptic world is very intriguing. And the first impressions from the game are super solid. Oh, I can't really say too much more because we didn't get into a whole lot of depth with it, but I'm pretty happy with that. Nice. The last one, Eclept. This is interesting because I would like to be able to give it a neutral rating, but unfortunately it needs to be thumbs up, thumbs down. So I want to see what other people have said about this. Said Hidden Gems, such an amazing game, deserves way more attention. Really fun game, can recommend. Extremely unique and interesting game that forces you to think. Deserves way more attention considering how good it is. It's your turn. One of the best this week in my library. Dude, just keep doing this. I like it. There's a lot of work ahead. Add more content and features. What? What did I miss? What I liked, innovation, interaction between 2D and 3D worlds through the TV screen, addictive gameplay, once you understand the rules it's hard to put down, low system requirements, high quality control system in the 3D room. Music is atmospheric, one track, yeah, quickly becomes boring, I do agree with that, I did notice it. Entry barrier, first attempts can be painful, there is a tutorial, but to grasp all the intricacies you have to invest time and lose a couple of times. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go against the grain and give it a thumbs down because while I do like what it's doing, I think there's room for improvement and I would want to be able to change my rating to a thumbs up later. Now, I hope to change it to a positive in the future as I think there's a lot of potential here. Fortunately, in its current version, the tutorial does not prepare the player well enough for the full game. The mix of 3D and 2D environments is neat, and the character designs are fantastic, and I overall enjoy the premise of the game. However, outside of the tutorial, it feels like you're simply doomed to fail because the game is obtuse with explanations and has an imbalance between achieving the overarching goals and simply staying alive. Cool. So here, they can do more to make it feel accessible early on. I'll be excited to dive in and try again. Okay. St. Phantom said, yeah, tutorial doesn't really prepare one for the full game. Too focused on trial and error, but failing doesn't feel deserved. Yeah, good point. When deaths feel undeserved, or they feel like they were unavoidable, it sadly kills all motivation to try again. All right, I think that will do. I think that's constructive for them, and we'll be able to help them figure out where things went wrong. But like I said, to the devs, I really enjoy the premise of what you're doing. In theory, there's something here that I would absolutely love. And I think for people who enjoy, I think some of the aspects of like Five Nights at Freddy's in terms of understanding the lore behind the world that you find yourself in, I feel like there's layers of that here to be able to explore and go, well, why are we in this room? Why has this game come to life? Who set this up and put it here? It feels like there's a lot of potential to explore that through some of the things that you will find in the world. But it could entirely be, to St. Phantom's point, it could entirely be that I just failed at something in this game. Maybe I got unlucky with my rounds. Maybe I just didn't understand something. It could entirely be my fault. And sometimes 30 minutes isn't enough to be able to understand the game fully. This is the kind of game that I want to like, but something just didn't click. And that's okay. Like, that's going to happen with some people. It just doesn't click. You can have the most popular game in the world, but there'll still be someone who goes, it's just not for me. And I might be in that bucket. But hopefully, my feedback will help you reach a few more people. Because unfortunately, when things are obtuse or difficult to get into because they put up that like steep learning curve barrier, it's going to turn away your audience unintentionally. All right, let's post that, and I think we can wrap things up for today. So let's jump over to the end screen. There we go. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. To St. Phantom's question, what exactly is the stream schedule? We stream 8 AM Australia time, East Coast Australia time, every Saturday and Sunday, which I think for most of America is Friday night and Saturday night. If you want to double check the stream schedule, just make sure you're over in the Discord, because we post it every day, well, every day in about 24 hours before each stream over there, so you can get notified. That is going to be all for today's Wheel of Misfortune stream. Tomorrow, we're going to be continuing on with In Stars and Time. Things are getting kind of weird. And funnily enough, we're also dealing with killing a king in that storyline. So, if you enjoy the Wheel streams, thank you very much for being here. Hopefully I'll see you again same time next week. Otherwise, might see you tomorrow. If not, that's totally fine as well. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Make sure you look after yourself, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Until then, take care.